What's up, Dace Tagular Nation? Welcome to another edition of the Dace Man Show, 401 to be specific. We hope you enjoyed our variety show last week, but we're back in the studio this week. Joining me as always, Gibby.
What is happening in the gaming world? Jesus Christ!
Yeah, you had to work behind the producer's desk again this week, Frank Ward.
Why, hello.
So,
I like the lighting. I don't know why. Is it different? Just the beam's not behind me?
I think you don't have your lamp on, and I think I messed with the camera when we were filming the variety show.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, I'm looking good. Hey.
I was going to say, we're looking crisper, and you can actually see the poster.
Yeah, there's a slight glare, but you're not going to beat the glare because it's got a plastic cover and you have the lights on you guys.
I might take the cover out.
Unless, didn't you get some like amber filters or something like that? Softer light filters?
I put softer lights in, but I don't have anything to put over the screen.
Oh.
I mean, we could. There's white ones.
I don't know if that would work. Can we do, like... Never mind.
I don't know how this shit works.
I don't either.
There's TikTokers out there that get that little circular light and have better quality than we have over the past 9 years.
Okay, well, I think that's...
Impressive.
I think they cover their face with something, too. So, like, if you cover your face in makeup, you pop. You shine. If you put plastic on your face... You pop.
I feel like I'm popping right now.
But you're not a glistening pop.
Not glistening.
There's a difference.
That hurts.
Your pop, hey, you saw,
Wait,
spoiler alert, you'll eventually see me in some promos and bullshit that we filmed over the weekend.
You
trying to make him look orange or something?
Or maybe you won't see it because I don't know if anything's going to go into production, but I'm just saying.
The fishing expedition I have to do on that footage to find what we need.
Well, other than the specific stuff that we actually did, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
It's still about a minute ahead of a minute before.
Well, I mean, if none of it sees the light of day, that's fine too.
It's on par.
I mean, it's all right.
It's done in post, guys. Jared said so.
Anyway, we got some topics for you tonight. The big one is going to hold off to the end of the show to talk about because it's big news. Huge news.
Big news.
We can talk about that for a while.
It's bigger than the big lie.
We're building a wall!
The news that I got for you to kick off the show is this. They have casted the lead actor in a Weird Al biopic that I was unaware they were making.
Yeah, I know. I seen that.
For Roku? It's going to be exclusive to the Roku streaming service. Didn't know Roku had their own streaming service. I thought they were just a brand that housed a bunch of...
They have Roku TV, yeah.
Yeah, I guess I didn't think about that either.
It's not like subscription or anything. You just have to buy a Roku and then you get access to it.
Yeah, which now means I have to work out because the only Roku TV we have is in front of the stationary bike I've been using. But the lead actor...
Gives you a reason to work out. We're watching Weird Al.
Yeah, no, you're right. For once. Just one time.
Even though it's probably going to be a shitty...
Daniel Radcliffe was casted as Weird Al Yankovic. Harry Potter.
I don't understand that at all.
I don't get it, but
Yeah.
Is it too late to put your bid in?
It's a little PTSD for me, okay? So you remember when we started working? What did people used to call me at work?
Weird Al, I assume?
Harry Potter?
I didn't have long hair.
Oh.
But I kept getting called Harry Potter because I had the glasses and the cut.
Oh, yeah.
And they kept calling me Potter. Of course you don't. You don't remember what happened yesterday.
Yeah.
So.
See, I wasn't here for that, but I do remember you've told the story before.
Yeah,
right?
I was called Harry Potter at work forever. So that
Forever.
kind of scarred me, and I grew my hair out.
Yeah.
And then started getting called, like, Weird Al.
Well, why did you put the lightning bolt in your forehead again?
No, I never dressed up like him. I also have never dressed up like Weird Al, which is weird.
Well, I don't know. You got the Jedi robes, and he's dressed in Jedi robes in several of his music videos. I'm just saying.
Yeah, Jared, for the bit.
One bit.
Oh, yeah, we're supposed to dance?
That's what I was doing when Creepers were going.
No music. No music.
Yeah, there's no music here, so it's not as fun.
It's really awkward from here.
But Daniel Radcliffe, a.k.a. Harry Potter, and apparently a bunch of other stuff he did in the decade he wasn't doing Harry Potter, will be Weird Al Yankovic in what's being called a biopic, but I can't see how it's going to actually be a fucking biopic. His life is boring. He has awesome music. He's a comedic genius.
I mean,
but he has no, twist. There's no dark side. He didn't do drugs. Nobody fucking...
How do you know?
Do you think he would have? I feel like his music would be fucking weirder.
Well, yeah, but you know, biopics now, like, they take creative liberties. Even with the Queen biopic, Bohemian Rhapsody, like...
Which was not accurate whatsoever.
Nope, not at all. But they tweaked it up to make it more...
Or...
He could be in a death match to get on Dr. What's his name? To get
Demento?
Dr. Demento. Fucking fight to the death! The winner gets on my show!
He recorded his first song in a bathroom stall because the acoustics were better in there.
That's right.
But like even I think it's going to end up being a little bit of UHF mixed with Al TV, where it's like a hyper-induced, somewhat like maybe the years and the people will be real, but it'll be fictional. Kind of like how Rocket Man did Elton John.
You will need to be on acid.
Where, like, when Elton John was doing drugs or whatever, they went with the fantasy portion of it because Elton John's supposed to be larger than life.
Yeah.
The other thing that makes me skeptical about being a biopic, it's made by Funny or Die.
Oh.
And Funny or Die already did a skit called Weird.
Yeah. Weird. So, well then, in that case, do you think it's even going to be real? Or like a skit, just like a... Even a 15-minute skit, like a long skit.
It's probably a mini documentary, I'd assume.
But they did a trailer called Weird, the Al Yankovic story. And this movie's going to be called Weird, the Weird Al Yankovic story. I find it hard to... It's being reported by all major news outlets, so I think it's going to be something.
They'll report anything at this point that's not COVID. You give them a nugget of a story, and they're like, yeah. You remember that Weird Al guy? Haven't heard of him. Whatever, run the story. It's fine.
But
I wonder if Weird Al will actually show up in it. He probably will.
Apparently, he wrote it.
Oh, God, okay.
And in the interview with the guy that is directing it and producing it and shit, he said, when Al forced me to sit there and listen to his life story, how you gonna take any of this? Like, there's no way it could be a serious documentary. And I think a serious documentary Weird Al would be fucking boring.
Probably.
I love the guy.
Oh, we'll see.
But he has, like, a family. He doesn't... He's never in the news for the wrong reasons. He went to college.
Went for architecture.
He plays
I
the
followed his
accordion.
footsteps.
Yeah, he's just...
Why didn't he just play himself, though?
I was really hoping for that.
Yeah, that'd be kind of neat.
He's not...
Well, that's why I'm wondering if he's going to be in it or not.
He'd probably be his dad.
I was going to say, yeah, he might be. But he's probably going to be, like, you know...
But it's just... It seemed...
Because Radcliffe looks like he's fucking 2 anyway, so I guess he's back in high school.
Well, that's the other thing. I personally have never watched a project with Daniel Radcliffe where he's been American. And
I've seen, I think, like 2 of them that I had to go to Ashley. I was like, is that Harry Potter? Because I don't know the names. Is that Harry Potter? And she goes, yes. I'm like,
surprised you got
why
that
is he not speaking in accent?
But even, like, in, like, the Miracle book, or Miracle Workers, or whatever they did on TBS, he kept his British accent.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, like, I haven't seen shit with him where he's had the American accent. And then the trailer I watched for that movie, Horns.
Granted, the only things I've seen him in, where he had a normal accent, he wasn't, like, the main
normal
cast.
accent, I like that.
Like, but he wasn't, but he wasn't
the right one.
He wasn't, like, the main cast. He was, like, there for, 5 minutes and never
He sounded a lot like Neil Patrick Harris in the trailer that I saw.
Mm-hmm.
And then made me go, why didn't Neil Patrick Harris just do it? I get that Neil Patrick Harris is probably the same age as Weird Al Yankovic. Yeah. Maybe 5 or 10. 10 would be a stretch. Maybe 5 years younger.
But still, with technology nowadays, you can color them up.
Yeah. Just do a CGI.
Or that. Fine. Or half CGI, like get rid of the wrinkles. You can do stuff.
But I don't know what to expect of this. I mean, personally, I think it's going to be UHF again with the Weird Al TV shit that he used to do.
Yeah.
And just kind of like doing a hyper sense of reality around him. But I don't know if I'm even looking forward to it. I mean, I'll watch it. Yeah, it's Weird Al. I'll have to see it.
Yeah.
How old is Weird Al?
I would assume 60.
62.
I think he's the same age as my dad.
I had to Google it because I was, for some reason, I wanted to say 50-something, but then I was like,
well, he's not that far. He's not old.
All of our childhood heroes are in their 60s.
How old was Bob Saget when he died?
58.
He's old.
I think he was 58. Jim Carrey just turned 60. Like I said, all our childhood, like...
No, Bob Saget was like 60.
I want to say it was 65 for some reason, yeah. I'll look it up.
Well, anyway, Bob Saget died.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. I'm sorry. Yeah. That's right.
That wasn't the other story, but yeah, he passed away in our absence.
I think I threw my shoulder out trying to just fake throw my phone. Oh, I'm old. I might be
65. Yeah, he's 65.
Oh, you're 65?
I was going to say, I thought he was 65.
But it's a good segue on Bob Saget. Today on Hulu, How I Met Your Father dropped.
Oh, I seen a trailer for that.
Yeah.
I don't get it. It doesn't like. I thought it was gonna be more like How I Met Your Mother, but that trailer is nothing like it.
Like,
well, it has the laugh track, which I always forget is in the original.
Is it the?
It's
the same, like completely different, like somebody completely different.
It's still it's Hilary Duff.
Okay.
It's in New York City still.
Oh, that's Hilary
Okay.
Duff.
Is she talking to her kid?
Wow.
Kim Cattrall is talking to her kid via a Zoom session.
Voiceover.
Yeah,
thing?
it's a voiceover rather than kids in a room.
Oh.
I think it's because they want to keep the ambiguity of like who the dad's ethnicity. The first guy Hilary Duff is like attracted to is a black guy.
Okay.
And then she meets a couple white guys. The couple white guy and an Indian guy. So the white guy and the Indian guy who she meets through an Uber.
Man, guys, I'm just saying it's one episode, and man, she's already getting it.
Well, no, she hasn't gotten with those. She's fixated on this black guy who went to Australia.
Mm-hmm.
But the two guys she met in the Uber, who she became friends with through this instance, bought the apartment that Lily and Marshall owned.
Okay.
So that's there. The Indian guy who's a doctor also owns a bar.
What is the time?
It's 2022.
Oh,
So it's 10 years before Bob Saget told the kids the story,
yeah.
but also 10 years after, like...
Oh, Bob
The start
Saget was
of-
the narrator of I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
But it's also, like,
But
about
then again,
10
I
years
didn't
after.
watch him because he was mainly in what, the house thing.
Full House.
I didn't watch that either.
Well, Bob Saget wasn't actually in How I Met Your Mother. He was the voiceover
Yeah.
telling the story.
I knew it was the voice. Yeah, I didn't realize that. Yes.
Okay.
That's
All
what I
right, just
meant
making
to
sure.
say.
Clarifying.
So
Sorry.
they have done hat tips so far to the original series, such as The Apartment.
How many,
Yeah.
did they release everything at once, or is it going to be
It's a
episode by
weekly
episode?
thing.
Do they have anything in there for Bob Saget? I'm just curious.
The end of the first episode said in loving memory of Bob Saget.
Okay, I was just, because I knew that. I wasn't sure maybe they're going to do it for the next episode. I don't know. Whatever.
So they dropped
I'm
the
gonna
first
shut up
two
now.
today. It's weird. The characters. So the way I look at it is Hilary Duff is Robin Scherbatsky.
Okay.
So you're getting the perspective of the girl that's
Wow.
going for love.
Who's the guy that
Ted.
always wears the suit?
Oh, Barney. There
Barney.
is no Barney. Well,
Ah,
there
boo.
might be kind of a Barney.
He's the only one in there that matters.
There might. I don't know if they're gonna go this direction with her, but the lesbian from Iowa.
Again, not a real thing. If you're from
She
Iowa,
keeps
you're
thinking that
lesbian,
joke.
Prove me wrong.
The second episode, she goes to a club and she's like, I got rejected by 10 women. There were 10 women that were actually there to reject me. It's a weird vibe. Because the guy she met in the Uber, who she's now friends with, is giving the Ted type of vibe.
Okay.
And you're not following his story. You're following Hilary Duff's story.
Yeah.
Who's fixated on this guy who went to Australia while just being friends with this other person who got dumped online. Like they were doing a concert or something, and the girl he proposed to said no, and then took off and did a single career, and she's actually doing well.
Okay.
The jokes aren't as good. But like here's the problem I have with sitcoms. I don't feel like I give them a fair shake anymore.
Okay. Well,
Especially if I'm initially watching it. Like How I Met Your Mother, I went back and watched season 1. And you always say, hey, you got to get through like the first couple episodes and it gets good.
yeah.
Same with Scrubs. I absolutely love Scrubs. The first couple episodes, I think if I watched it live, I wouldn't have stuck around. Because it was tough to get through.
Well, yeah, they got to build, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's not gonna open up just boom. You got to get invested in the characters. You got to understand the story. Is the
Yes,
story good?
Same thing about Book of Boba.
Yeah. It takes a little to get going on a series. I think because of the whole binge scenario we can do, it's unfair to these new shows.
Right. That's why Eternal should have been a series. Not to bring that back up.
Oh, I watched that over the weekend.
Oh, sorry. God.
We will follow up. You put a pin on that because I want to know what you think of that.
It was long. It was brutally long.
With this show, so like you know how they used to do things like Slapsgiving and like they had those like weird little quirks that a friends group would have.
Yeah.
They introduced one in the first episode or the second episode, And it was let's take pictures of people who look like Jason Momoa,
Okay.
and they would make like a pun out of it. It was
Jason Momoa. Who's that?
Aquaman.
Aquaman.
So it'd be like, oh, Jason Momoa in the FOMO bar was Jason Fomoma, whatever. They were doing wordplay with it.
Yeah.
It's got potential.
Every time I hear that name, I always think of Moana for some reason.
That's fair.
Well, I mean,
I mean,
you know, it's
Samoan.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I mean,
that's
you know, it's fine. Yeah,
every time
sure.
you say it, it's for some reason it's just but yeah.
I think it has potential. And the cool potential behind it is after the hat tip to the apartment,
Yeah.
there's a potential to bring back Cass. Because in theory, even though Lily and Marshall moved, I'm pretty sure Barney and Robin are still in the city. And I don't think Ted moved immediately to upstate New York.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a potential he's floating around the city.
Or even if they were out, like, they can always have excuses to come back, period.
Exactly. If they go in to see Barney or they go in to see Robin or something like that.
And I definitely feel like, for a show like that, they're going to have to rely on those cameos to help build.
Mm-hmm.
Just like Fuller House.
Yeah.
Like,
There's no reason I watched.
Well, okay, they're not completely comparable, but you know what I mean, where they just bring back nostalgia and cameos, like, hey, check out these people, and then eventually you don't see them as much anymore because like they're building their own stories.
Yeah, and
So I
then
feel
somebody also said that it would be interesting if like Ted's kids would interact, but Ted's kids were like 17 in 2032.
Yeah, but see, the problem with that is like they filmed those. They filmed them though in like 2006.
Yeah, and they'd also be 7 or 8 at this time at 2022's juncture.
Yeah. Okay. So, well, you wouldn't use the same actors, I
No.
guess, but like, yeah, the kids.
They're not going to interact with 30-something-year-olds because that's what they are in this.
Right.
I think you're going to get Barney, without a doubt. Maybe Robin. I don't think you're going to get a Marshall cameo. I don't know what it is about him, but I don't think he would do it.
Really?
I feel like he'd be the holdout. Because he didn't want to do the last season. He was getting really annoyed by this series towards the end of it. He wanted to get out of it and do other things.
Yeah, but now he's not doing anything that I'm aware of.
He's done a couple serious roles. He had a series on AMC, like, God, that would have been 5 years ago. Never mind.
Yeah, so like...
He might.
Unless he's writing somewhere. Like, that could always be the turn. Because
Yeah.
you don't really know when they do that.
I'm sure Ted would love to jump back into it. I haven't seen him do a fucking thing since...
He didn't do anything before, didn't do anything after. That
he
was
was
his
in
thing?
Not Another Teen Movie, and that was it.
Not another teen movie.
But I'll give it a shot. I'm going to watch it weekly. Another series that we could talk about is Peacemaker dropped on HBO Max. You saw the first 3 episodes.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
I don't know what it is, but yeah, sure.
John
I watched
Cena,
it.
It's John Cena's superhero
John
movie.
Cena.
Did you see Suicide Squad?
No.
I don't know how to feel.
I am digging it.
No, well,
Digging it. No diggity. No doubt.
I don't know what the fuck they're going to do. Like, I don't get the plot.
I feel like I would dig it a lot more if Suicide Squad didn't air, and I'd just be like, what the fuck is this? And then, like, this is Peacemaker? Because, like, I don't, like, not saying he was... I feel like so far there's a disconnect between the Peacemaker in Suicide Squad and this one that we have.
Oh, yeah. He was a straight-up douche in Suicide Squad. And that's because they had to kind of make him like a villain towards the end of it.
Yeah.
Now you're sympathetic to the character. He's a goofball.
It just...
And there's tits in almost every episode.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, the character doesn't mesh yet. Like, this is not the same dude that we already met.
I'm hoping as the series keeps going,
You know,
he struggles with it because it's after Suicide Squad.
Like,
He's already mentioned it a little bit about killing Rick Flag,
yeah.
so that bothers him somewhat.
Is Rick Flag the guy in Walking Dead?
No,
He
Rick
just-
Flag was.
I don't know, just right now he's a little too... like, it was the problem I had with Loki, is, like, he's too bumbling idiot right now, and it's like, dude, you're not that bumbling idiot. Or you're not supposed to be. I didn't think you were. And all of a sudden, here you are. Bumbling idiot.
I like what they're what they're pulling him between, like his dad, who's clearly a villain, and I think that's gonna play out bigger. He's a racist and like,
Yeah.
fucking terrible human being and great actor that they casted for it.
Yes.
And him like he's kind of following in the footsteps, but doesn't want to follow in the footsteps,
Right.
and actually thinks he's doing good, but he's not doing good.
Right, but wants to do good, clearly. Like, he sets lines of, like, I don't want to kill certain people.
The vigilante, when he picked up the sniper rifle and just started, like, humming and just off the fucking kid in a heartbeat, I laughed really hard at that scene. I was like, I know I shouldn't, but I am.
Well, yeah. But, like, in my mind, I'm like, the peacekeeper we were introduced to, that should have been him.
Yeah.
Like, that didn't make any sense.
I think the weird thing is he's the main character.
Main character.
He played a lot off of the Idris Elba character in the Suicide Squad.
Who's that?
The black guy. He's Heimdall in Thor. He's also in the Fast and Furious franchise with Hobbs and Shaw. He's also...
Hobbs and Shaw.
Hobbs and Shaw.
Hobbs and Shaw.
He was the villain in that.
Hobbs and Shaw. Isn't
If
Hobbs and Shaw the guy from Crank and the big muscle
And
guy
The
from
Rock.
The Rock? Yeah.
And then Idris Elba was the villain that they were against. I don't know what you've seen to like point him out. Actually, you've seen him as Heimdall. If you've seen any of the Thor movies, you saw Avengers: Infinity War. He's the guy who opens the Bifrost, the gate, big sword, only black guy in Thor.
Oh, okay, yes, I remember now. Yeah, you're saying gay. I don't understand. I understand what you're saying now. Yeah, I know him.
Anyway, I'm looking forward to this series. I think it's got potential.
Yeah.
I love the fact, and we've been talking about this on the Book of Boba. James Gunn wrote the thing start to finish. And John
100%.
Favreau wrote Book of Boba start to finish. So I like that they don't hand out episodes to other writers.
Yeah. Keep it all the same shtick.
Vision.
Vision.
We
shtick.
said that, but we're gonna wait and see because I think this is the first episode that they could possibly hand it off to somebody else. But we'll see.
So far, Favreau's wrote the first three, and Gunn's wrote the first three of Peacemaker.
So, because really that's the first beginning arc, and then we can see what they... Because they didn't do that for The Mandalorian.
No, they gave everybody... They had a overall theme, and they said, this is your episode
Now I'm
directed
wondering
right.
if it's going to be like... This is like an arc... Because this one almost seems a little bit more arcy, sort of like the... like Clone Wars and stuff
Bad
like
Batch.
that. So this is kind of like... They kind of sort of finished an arc here, in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're kind of going to probably another... Well, I don't know, actually, because there's only
We'll find
7
out tomorrow.
Fucking
We'll find out tomorrow.
Come on.
Last note before we jump over to Frank's Corner is the Moon Knight trailer dropped.
I got something, too, I want to say.
What? Oh, actually, what was your thing on the Eternals?
Netflix.
Oh, fuck them. They're raising their price.
They're raising their fucking prices, them assholes.
Are they really?
By $1.
Stop.
Damn it.
No, most of it's... I think the most expensive price is $2.
I keep forgetting to cancel that. And
Because
I
the
should.
Platinum plan, I thought, was 18, right?
Even though I just...
Because now it's 20.
I still get it for free.
I just
Yeah.
watched, not...
So I'm in the mid-tier plan. So I'm going from $14 to $15.50 then. Fucking
I think that's what I had
yeah.
when I used to pay.
I think that's the one you get 4 screens, I think?
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 screens. And I think everything's standard or whatever, yeah. Bullshit!
Yeah.
Fuck you, Netflix! Sorry.
What'd you watch on there?
Oh, Cobra Kai.
Yeah, it's in my to-watch list.
Dan says it's really good.
Netflix has completely been obliterated by Jess's recommendations.
Yeah.
I don't know if you hear when we play Minecraft, but she always has these weird fucking drug things on and these food administrative things and ancient aliens. My Netflix recommendations just fucked.
Tanked. Yeah.
You don't even see any Marvel projects in there anymore. They're just fucking buried.
Why don't you should have told her to make her own fucking account, man.
I didn't think we were going to use Netflix. I was like, go ahead. And then it's like, oh, I want to go watch Daredevil, and I can't fucking find Daredevil. And I've already watched it.
Yeah.
Anywho, before we move on to Moon Knight trailer, I want to get your opinion. What did you think of the Eternals besides that it was really fucking long? Did you hate it? Did you love it? Completely confused?
I didn't think it was too bad. It just seemed really rushed in a lot of areas.
Because you had 9 characters you had to introduce and make you care about
and
all
then it
of
just
them.
sort of kind of offing people off pretty quickly without really giving them any backstory. And
Yeah,
it was very weird. And like the whole, like once it got going, it got pretty good. And then the twist at the end was kind of interesting. With the Celestials or whatever. All right, I have questions.
Ooh.
So the thing with the raccoon.
Group?
Not Group, but the raccoon, that storyline or whatever, right? So, the guy, Star-Lord,
Yeah.
his dad,
Yep.
isn't he a Celestial?
Yes.
But why the fuck is he a normal human and all the other Celestials are
took a
big ass
form.
fucking
He
rock
was a
people?
planet. He put himself into human form.
Yeah.
He was Ego, the living planet.
I'm confused.
Actually, he's like a sect of the Celestials. The Celestials came first, and then Ego came.
And then Ego came.
Yeah. If you did like a timeline breakdown, the Celestials are first, and then Ego is another Celestial that just came later. And then he embodied himself into a planet.
Embodied himself into a planet, and then he's got a human form.
Yeah.
So Star-Lord is a Celestial.
He would be more of a Titan, like Thanos is, or these Eternals are.
Well, right, but didn't they claim he lost his power after he killed his
Once
dad?
he killed Ego, he lost his power.
They claimed, yeah.
But in theory, he's half Eternal.
He still get that
Star-Lord.
semen running through his body.
He would be half Eternal, or half Titan. So there's Eternals, Titans, and Deviants.
Yeah, we gotta get, like, this is a whole separate thing, like...
Oh,
This is a Potter
Okay.
nerd on crack,
So
like...
I was confused because they said Eternal, and I thought Ego was one of them, and then I'm confused because I'm like, I thought we already seen that in video form, but now you're telling me they're two different things, so I'm tapping out.
Because Thanos is the brother of Eros. He's the guy. He's Harry Styles that shows up in the post-credit scenes.
But yeah,
So Thanos is technically an Eternal, but they consider him a Titan. There's like a whole hierarchy that branches out in the comics.
Again, this is like a hardcore Potter nerd, like, where you gotta put, like, a backdrop behind you. You got, like, red strings and, like, charts.
Yeah, what Jared just said. He's a Titan. He's an Eternal with a deviant gene. So he's like a hybrid. So if, like, Angelina Jolie fucked one of those monsters, she got Thanos.
Oh, she probably did.
She did.
I
You know
see.
she did.
Yeah.
It's called Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt, exactly.
Yeah.
But moving on to Moon Knight.
I'm so confused. But
It's
whatever.
tough. The Celestials...
Because once they brought that in, and I immediately associated with that, and I'm like, I don't understand, because I thought, like...
What to me would be interesting, and this is definitely a Potter nerd down the road, the judgment that'll happen to Earth could be Galactus. The planet devourer, and usually the villain of, like, the Fantastic Four. He was a fucking cloud in the second Fantastic Four movie.
Uh-huh.
That could be the judgment that's sent to Earth for killing a Celestial. So that's my theory, long term, and it would also introduce the Fantastic Four, because that was the people who often fight Galactus, and the Silver Surfer. Moon Knight dropped, so for more confusing shit, a new superhero I know very little about. Mm-hmm. His trailer dropped, which will be debuting March 30th on Disney+, which I thought was interesting, because it's 6 weeks after the Book of Boba Fett's finale. You're going to have a 6-week gap for content when you have all those titles dropping this year? Seems sus.
Super sus.
Super sus.
Super sus.
Did you guys see the Moon Knight? It was during football last night.
No.
I didn't...
What
was
do
playing
you mean? Oh, late night? I don't watch the late night game.
Yeah, we were playing Minecraft.
Yeah, we're playing
I didn't know if you had it on the background.
Oh, no.
So Moon Knight is essentially... He's infected by an Egyptian god. First of all, he's a mercenary, Mark Spector. I'm assuming the way they're going to do the show, he was doing a mission in Egypt and got hit with the plague or whatever, the curse or whatever the fuck it is, and then he becomes Moon Knight. The problem with Mark Spector is he also has like a split personality disorder. So the character you see in the trailer is one of his other personalities. It's not even Mark Spector. You're seeing the British version of it.
Okay.
It's gonna be confusing as shit. It looks cool. I hope it's redemption for Oscar Isaac after the piss poor apocalypse. Don't know why they keep tying him to an Egyptian hero / villain. Maybe he's actually Egyptian, but interesting thing is the show will take place in London. At least that's what the trailer's showing, which could drag in Dane Whitman from the Eternals, the Cersei's boyfriend, Jon Snow.
Yes, I know who you're talking about.
And could potentially bring in Blade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
what did Jon Snow turn into?
the Black Knight.
I don't know what that is. Okay. Never mind.
It's another obscure fucking Avenger. But it's a sword that's
Blade.
passed down from generation to generation, and that blade, and I forget the name of the blade, gives him the dark power. And usually it has like it twists them and warps them a little bit. Dane Whitman is the first to kind of like use it for good. And then Blade. I think, the Ebony Sword. So I think they form a group called MII6 or something.
MI9.
In the comics.
007.
And then there's a Defenders like type comic.
What the fuck is going on?
It's my Roomba. Shut up, Roomba!
She's coming for us.
So I'm excited for it, but also I'm not even going to pretend like I know much about it. Because I have never read a Moon Knight comic. He popped up in a few games. I never played as Moon Knight. Didn't give two shits about Moon Knight.
Poor Moon Knight.
I know nothing about Moon Knight at all, so.
Same.
He just goes in the night and starts mooning people. Just saying.
There you go.
Ethan Hawke's apparently the villain in it. He's a cult leader.
Oh, okay, I like Ethan Hawke.
Yeah, it kind of looks like Kevin Bacon because he's rocking long hair.
Rocking it.
I kind of look like Kevin Bacon.
No, you don't.
6 degrees of looking like Kevin Bacon.
Rocking long hair.
How are we the worst? Moon Knight is not a good character. I hate to say it, but I'm not a big fan of Moon Knight. Anyway, glad he walked away.
You're welcome.
That's all I had for news on my end when it came to pop culture and stuff like that. I guess we're going to roll into Frank's Corner. We'll see who gets here first, Frank or Gibby.
Boom! He's already started.
It got there quicker.
Yeah. You asked me for a water bottle recommendation. I send you a link, and you'll go, I don't fucking want that. Because who fuck cares what Frank says?
That thing was like $30 more than that one.
Yeah. Does this have a filter in it?
It does not.
Oh, see, that's why.
That's why. It sucks.
Yeah.
Well, there's a filter on the fridge, so I didn't feel like I needed one right away.
That's fair. I don't have a filter. Well, I
Boom!
No, actually, I didn't replace the filter in my fridge because the filter in the fridge is like $60 to fucking replace.
And it's a bitch.
Yeah.
You have to like pull out the whole fucking fridge.
Actually, no.
Back.
Oh, that's where you're. Mine's easy. It's like got a compartment up in the top right. You just like open that up, pop it out.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, but I popped out, looked it up, and it was like $60. I'm like, fuck you.
That's fair.
Even though it probably lasts a while. Anyway, so
I got a list for you guys. BAM!
Do you?
Damn right I do.
Oh, well, it's not your fucking turn.
I got the list.
So, welcome to 2022, everybody.
That's right.
As you may know, we've lost already some very beloved characters, such as Betty White,
Bam!
characters, and Bob Saget. I found a list. It's on deathlist.net if you really want to like check it out yourself.
Are you serious? That's the name of it?
Yeah. Candidates most likely to die in 2022.
And you said this was ranked, right?
Well, they ranked
Ish.
it.
If Pete Davidson's not number one, I don't know how.
I mean, I
My
can
list is ranked.
Here's the Death List 2022. The list of 50 celebrities chosen by Death List, the Death List Committee. Before the start of the year, for the fact that they may die in 2022.
Wait a minute. They have a fucking committee on this?
Yeah. The concise summary of the Death List rules, candidates must be famous enough.
Wait a minute. Does it tell you who's on the committee?
No.
It's probably the same people that had a countdown to Amy Winehouse dying back when that was a thing.
Yeah, it's true. She was always top of the list, wasn't she?
Uh-huh.
Candidates must be famous enough such that their death is confidently expected to be reported by the UK media. So, a little biased, but hey, you know, them
right.
Brits. Candidates cannot be famous solely for the fact that they are likely to die imminently, and only 25 candidates can reappear from the previous year's list. So, like,
Oh, wait, you get a pass? So has Betty White gotten a fucking pass every year?
maybe. I don't know. I haven't followed these guys, so,
She'd
like...
be on my list. Her, Dick Van Dyke, and Bob Barker be on my list every goddamn year.
So, evidently, 2020 was a
True.
record-breaking year because everything going fucking on.
I have a Carl Icahn on my list.
For death?
Yes.
So...
He's up there. He's like 90...
He's old.
90 something, right? He's there. He's there.
Again, just real quick before you guys start fucking asking, it doesn't give me any info on these people, so I don't know if they're dying or anything. Like, I have nothing other than, like...
Okay, we got this.
I have their name, their age, and a description.
They got an age. Okay, never mind. I was going to start Googling them.
Okay?
So,
So,
Dace can.
I assume we can burn through this, for the most part, pretty quick, because... Oh, well, unless you start Googling them, then...
We're going to start Googling them. Don't worry.
If I'm interested, I'll look.
That's fair.
That's
but I'll
right.
start at their number 50.
50?
What did I lose
Okay.
the
They
chat?
put... How many are there in total on their list?
50. I'm
There's
counting
50.
out. I'm counting out.
So you're doing the whole list. Okay.
Yeah, but I assume we can burn through them unless Dace looks up every single one. Then this will take an hour.
Let's do it.
We got Shane Mcgowan. He's 65, and the description is Pogue. What the fuck is Pogue?
Songwriter.
An Irish songwriter?
Okay.
Sure.
But it's 65. Like, you gotta wonder why he's
Irish.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
He's drunk.
He's either going to drink himself to death
That's
or
right.
a woman's going to kill him.
That's right.
Next up, Joss Ackland. 94.
He's an actor.
Yes.
94?
94.
94. Right there says it all. I don't think you have to go past that. English actor.
Yep.
I bet you it was in the one with Doctor Who, right?
If you're English, you've automatically been a Doctor Who at some point.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
definitely. Especially if you're that old.
Yeah.
100%.
100%'s been in it. Yeah.
If
Not
we did
even
like
a
a full
question.
show, we could do like the whole breakdown of like what they've been in. It'd be a whole fucking thing. It'd be great. We'd have a green
Lethal
screen
Weapon
here and
2.
all this shit. He was in
Hunt
Lethal
for
Weapon
Red
2?
October.
Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
I don't know that one.
Just feel like we should know this. Jean-Luc Godard.
Picard?
I was
Goddard.
gonna cry. I was
Goddard.
gonna cry, but he should probably be on the list.
Godard.
But I was gonna
92
cry.
movie director.
Okay.
A French director. at that.
French. Ooh, la la la.
Linda Ronstadt. 76, singer-songwriter.
Okay.
American.
Milan Kundera. That's with a K. Milan, I guess Milan Kundera. Yeah, that one.
Czech writer?
Czech writer.
Yeah, she's an author. 93.
That's a weird ass picture of her.
45.
What happens when you're 93? You still have black and white
Oh
pictures?
wait, that's a guy. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit, my bad.
He was also exiled? Like,
That's a
there's
really
a story
bad-
behind this guy.
That's a really bad picture.
and
I'm
you're
just
telling
saying.
me not to go dive deeper?
I didn't tell you not to. I just said if you do, it's going to take longer, which is fine. I'm just letting you know.
His notable work is The Joke.
Joker?
The joke?
No, just The Joke.
Just the joke.
In original Zert? Is that a language?
The joke.
I guess. And,
The life.
yeah, I don't... The Book of Laughter and Forgetting. I don't know anything by him.
Okay. 45. Marianne Faithful. She's a singer. 76. Marianne's one word. Mary with an I. Well, there you go. You know how to work Google. Why am I telling you what
Yeah,
to do?
really.
Married
Married to Mick
English
Jagger.
singer.
What?
Then we've got...
She's apparently been with Mick Jagger.
Mick Jagger!
I feel if you're British and you're female,
Yeah.
you've been with Mick Jagger.
And you're on this list.
And
You
you're on this
definitely
list.
fucked Mick Jagger.
Next we got Silvio Berlusconi. Berlusconi?
European Parliament? Fuck that. Moving on.
Oh
Yeah,
my
okay.
God, okay.
Douglas Hurd. Politician again, 92.
Art, like one of ours?
Douglas,
No.
Douglas
We
Hurd,
already went through ours.
H-U-R-D.
It has to be English, probably.
Hurd.
Former Secretary of State for Northern Ireland.
He's from Trenton. Oh, not that one. Sorry. We have a judge from Trenton named Douglas Hurd.
That's right.
He's not the one. Well, he might die.
It's his twin.
Oh, there's a
Twin, yeah.
there's a dentist too in New York.
Oh, we gotta go there.
Michael Gambon, 82 actor. That name sounds familiar. Gambon.
Irish actor. Oh, he's Dumbledore.
Let me know.
He filled in for Dumbledore
he's
after
the
the other one died.
He's the Dumbledore that hasn't died yet.
Dumbledore replacement. Okay.
The quirky one that gave off the really gay vibes.
Okay, there we go.
All right, well, good
He-
luck, buddy.
Does he play in the Beast thing?
No, that's Jude Law.
Okay.
Next up, we have Pele. Everybody knows Pele.
Soccer player?
Yeah, he's
Bro.
82.
Whoa! I still thought Pele was like 33.
Yeah. So wait, what? 82.
82.
I
How
don't
is
even
he?
know how to spell Pele.
P-E-L-E. Or P-E-L-E, yeah.
What?
Minister of Sports?
That's not the soccer player.
Yeah,
But-
it is.
It
Really?
is. Yes. He's 82.
He's
dude.
82. He's got to been doing something since he stopped playing in like 1970.
I guess that says he's 81.
Okay.
So, wait, maybe it says he'll turn 82 this year? In October?
In October, yeah.
Okay. Well,
This
that's
motherfucker's 82. Like,
I would've never
was he
thought
even
that.
playing soccer when we were kids then?
That's what I thought he was. That's why I'm confused.
He would have been 50 in his like late 40s.
Can you look up his soccer career?
No, he would have been playing soccer. He would have been 50 at that point.
National team is 16. Keep going.
He was the Minister of Sports in '95, so that means he wasn't playing soccer. He wasn't playing soccer in '95.
Stopped playing soccer in '77.
Senior career 77
or 70.
No.
Way before we were even a thought, a glimmer. Our parents probably barely met.
But why the hell would we?
I
recognize his
last
soccer.
World Cup was 1970.
I'm so confused.
And we all reference Pele
yes.
as if like, oh, I'm gonna be the next Pele.
What
he
the
was
fuck?
Babe Ruth.
Yes, I guess so. Apparently, I didn't know he was that old. Jesus Christ.
Yep, you're welcome.
He looks good. Oh, that's 95. Never mind. That's like 30 years ago.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
that was him at 55.
So you take 20 years off what he's like right now. All right.
Holy shit.
It's a little shocking. I didn't realize.
Blew my mind tonight.
Yeah. We're at number 40. David Crosby of Crosby, Stills and Nash.
That makes sense. I thought they were all dead anyway.
He's 81.
No, they're all still alive.
I was gonna say I don't think any of them are dead as far as I know.
No,
right?
they're not.
Norman Tebbit, 91, politician. Fuck him. Bill Treacher. Says Eastender Arthur Fowler. I don't know what the fuck that means.
So he's an English actor.
Oh, that's not what this says. But he's 92.
I don't think he did anything we know.
The Musketeer.
I like this next one.
Is it Pete Davidson? Please be Pete Davidson.
Pete Davidson.
Yes!
35? Is he 35? I don't know. I'm making that up.
Please. It looks like he's 80. Yeah, I guess he was like an older actor.
I don't fucking understand Pete Davidson. Anyway, Noam. N-O-A-M. Noam Chomsky.
Dart?
No, Noam Chomsky, 94. The description, intellectual.
It says American linguistic.
Which is pretty much the same thing.
The description, intellectual. Yeah, he's just smart. He's a thinker.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, good. Like, we need them, so, like, keep living on there, Stephen Hawking.
Holy shit, he was born in 1928?
Well, he's 94.
I know, but, like, he was a Great Depression baby.
Next up we have... Oh, you're dead. But we have Robert Durst. So he's already dead. But he's 79, and it says jinxed murderer. So I don't know if he's related to Fred Durst.
Killer.
Oh, he died January 10th.
That's right.
Yeah.
So when the fuck did this list come out, though, just for the record?
Within the last week, and they knew that he was dead.
Of course they don't date their article, because that's too, like...
Too nice.
Well, too much to, like...
So apparently he was also an heir to a New York real estate empire.
Oh. Well.
And was serving a life sentence for the 2000 killing of somebody.
He killed 20 people, I think, right? Wasn't he considered a mass murder?
It just says jinxed murderer here, so I don't know how many people he killed. I don't know what makes him jinxed.
I think he was supposed to have a court hearing, and he died as well. He was trying to get out on
Why do you know so much about this guy?
It went across the news.
Why?
It would have been in the news cycle this past week.
Yeah.
Why do you know so much about this guy?
He first-degree murder, tampering with evidence, bail jumping, illegally possessing a firearm, and misdemeanor criminal mischief.
Okay, it's not the guy I saw then.
Okay. A little worried, but, you know, moving on. We have Stanley Baxter. He's a comedian.
Baxter family?
96.
Baxter Building, Fantastic Four making their debut.
I was saying,
that's his actor, but this is comedian.
Isn't Tim to 20 Man Taylor? Isn't that new show he's on? The Baxter family?
What? Yeah, that's done now.
Done.
Yeah.
No, I don't think he's been in anything we know.
Okay, we got 34, Burt Bacharach.
I have heard that name.
94, a singer-songwriter, but Burt, B-A-C-H.
Did he come up with Baccarat, the card game at the casinos?
Maybe.
Baccarat. Baccarat.
I feel like he's been referenced in jokes I've heard.
Okay.
He's just a famous pianist.
Oh, he plays piano.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have a feeling he's been referenced in jokes.
Yeah, no, he's definitely been referenced. I couldn't tell you in what, because my brain's weird. All right, next up, dead, but Sidney Poiter.
Oh, that was an African American actor.
Poitier, 95.
Never heard of him.
Sidney with an I.
He was like one of the first black actors, wasn't he?
Again, I don't have details. It just
Another
says 95
British
actor.
So is this place from British? This website?
I assume so, because it actually said...
Because like
one
we're
of
going
the-
to go to a lot of British people. All of a
One of
sudden.
the rules was that they have to be famous enough for the British news to cover them.
I could have sworn.
Never heard.
But again, when I scroll the list, like there's a lot of notable names. There's also a lot of not so notable names. But
Hey, McCleaver, blah blah blah.
oh, Chloe, you made it! Look at you.
Hey, Chloe. Is it Chloe or Chloe?
Huh?
Is it Chloe or Chloe?
I say Chloe.
I say both.
I don't know. Like I don't know how she says it.
You gotta give us.
Do you
phonetics.
say the E in yours, or do you just call yourself Steph? Who knows?
Actually, guys, my name is Elizabeth.
The fuck you been talking about? All right, we got Prunella Scales at number 32. She's 90, and the Sybil Faulty. What the fuck that is? Actress.
Yeah.
Maybe is that what like? Is the Prunella or the Sybil Faulty? Is that like a show?
Yeah, it's a character she used to play.
Okay, so that's what she's known for. That makes sense.
Apparently she has Alzheimer's.
Oh, well, that fucking sucks.
Yeah, makes sense as to why she made the list.
Yep. Next up, Dennis Law, another soccer player, 82.
You aren't as famous as Pele.
Yeah. I never
No,
heard
but he's white.
I've seen that.
And
that
Scottish.
third picture. I've seen that third picture
All right,
before.
we've got Jacques Delors, French politician. We'll move past that. Jerry Lee Lewis, 87.
He's still alive?
He is.
I don't know.
But maybe not for long if this list is right.
How did he... I know he's younger.
Yeah, again, he's only 87.
But
well, I
how
shouldn't
did
say
he
only.
outlive Betty White?
Dude, just like Mick Jagger.
That's a good point.
This is just... I'm thinking of... he used to do telethons and stuff too, right? Like the Jerry Lewis... or am I thinking of someone completely different?
Type in Jerry Lewis.
I think you're thinking-
telethons.
See, she does pronounce the E in her name.
Oh, nice. Maybe it's not... Maybe I...
Maybe just...
No, he did. The Jerry Lewis telethons. That dude was a chain smoker on the fucking air all the time.
Yeah.
And he outlived Betty White. The world's
Probably
just
was a
cruel.
chain
Not that we're trading lives here.
Right, but he's got a
But-
decade on her too.
Yeah.
But still, like, to make it to 87.
And to have smoked that heavily. Like,
Yeah.
when I think of smoking, I think of Jerry Lewis.
Yeah. And you die at like 60. Because,
Yeah.
you know. All right, next up we got Bill Turnbull. Turnbull?
Oh gosh, he listens to us before she
Bill
sleeps, guys.
Turnbull.
There's a problem.
He's
There's
a
a
British
problem.
journalist.
That'll give you nightmares.
Whatever, he's like young and somebody will just choke him.
Cleo
Yeah.
Cleo Lane.
that
95
Miss
jazz
Cleo?
singer. Huh?
Oh.
Cleo. Not Chloe. Cleo.
No, Miss Cleo.
Oh, Miss Cleo. Is she dead?
Probably.
That's a good question.
I mean,
yeah.
I assume not. She wasn't that old. She was from like the 90s, right?
American Psychic.
There she is.
She is dead. She died in 2016, the same time Harambe died.
Oh
This
my
explains
god!
so much.
Oh my god!
Actually, I feel like I know that. Or knew that. Because I feel like that was a thing that went around. But, like, Harambe was bigger. and
Oh
more
yeah,
important.
I mean we're still talking about Harambe, and we can remember if Miss Cleo died or not. But still,
But yeah, only 53, so, like, she wasn't old.
we would not be in this pandemic if she was still alive.
Oh,
she
no,
would've
she would've
seen the future.
She would have
She would've
psyched
told
the
us
shit
the way
out of
out.
it. Yeah.
All right, we're almost halfway through the list. We're making
I am
great
devastated about the Miss Cleo thing, and the Pele thing.
time. James Whale, broadcaster, 71.
Wow.
Yeah, he must be a news guy.
Oh, did you see Gardner?
I did watch his final
That's
11 o'clock news thing.
crazy.
He finished.
Sorry, we went back to pop culture.
Well, he would be on my list if we were doing it. After
Yeah.
you retire, what's the point?
Yeah, really.
He's gonna probably he's finishing his 6 o'clock news thing this year.
You know, for the record,
Yeah, that's crazy.
so just saying, we can make a D-list of our...
Who we think's gonna
Yeah.
die? Pete Davidson. Kanye's gonna shoot him, or he's gonna overdose on something.
All right, I'm just saying, that's put in the pipeline. Put in the pipeline. We'll save it for later. So that was... which one did I give you? James Whale, right?
Yeah.
So we're on 25, halfway. Estelle Harris. Estelle Harris, she's an actress.
I know of her.
Estelle sounds familiar. But...
Oh, she's the grandma on like everything. She's still alive?
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta protect her now.
Was she on the Golden? She wasn't on the Golden.
She was in Seinfeld. She was George's mom.
Yes.
The Golden Girls
Yes,
are all
she was.
dead now. Like, they're all dead.
They're all dead.
She's
Betty White was
also
the last.
Mrs. Potato Head in Toy Story.
Yeah.
She was? Oh, God.
So she's got to be the next one we protect. She's 94. All right, next up we have Jean-Marie Le Pen. French neo-Nazi?
Again. Oh, nothing. What the
What?
fuck?
Not
What?
gonna Google that. Just moving on.
Ted Kaczynski, the Unabomber.
Okay.
The Unabomber's 80.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what? That makes sense. I actually just watched that series about him.
So that means he was 60 when he did it? No. 50 when he did it? Because he did it in the 90s, like early 90s?
I can see that. Late 40s, maybe, or
I thought it
early
was the
50s.
80s. But
I thought it was early 90s.
No, you might be right. My concept of time. You don't
I thought-
want
for
to.
some
You
reason,
don't
I
want
thought
to
it was
Google
like
the
92.
Unabomber.
Yeah, Google the Unabomber. I'm trying to remember. I thought it was early 90s.
Maybe it was.
He was
He was arrested
apprehended in
in
96, but his crimes were 78 to 95.
Oh.
Well,
Oh,
fucking
okay.
busy dude.
Back when
Busy
you
dude.
can actually do crime.
That's
okay?
right. Back before all these goddamn surveillance and TV
with
cameras.
legends like Ted Bundy and Ted Kaczynski, and then you had the whole fucking Waco. You used to be able to get away with all kinds of shit.
Right.
Now, you can't even accidentally walk into a car out front because a Ring camera will catch you.
Exactly.
It's making people who want to be murderers a deterrent.
That's right.
You're not wrong. Like the age of serial killers, it's tough now. You know.
Yeah. No, you get one if you're lucky.
That's right.
If you're lucky,
Otherwise, you're classified as a school shooter.
You got to go out in a big bang, man. You got to take out multiple all in 1 hour.
Yeah, but that's so lackluster. Like, oh, I shot up a festival. Like,
Yeah.
fuck you,
Either
dude. Like,
you're shooting up a school or you're shooting up a church, and they completely get your message wrong. No, I'm doing it because it's an art.
It's an art. It's a dying art.
No, I'm not doing it. I'm just saying if
I-
I were.
yeah, clip that, somebody. Clip it. All right, number 22, Desmond Morris, zoologist, 94,
Zoologist?
And he's English.
English. Sandy Gall, 95, TV reporter.
He's a journalist, so he's part English.
Oh,
Sandy
my
Gall.
lord.
He looks so English.
Yes, he does.
He looks angry.
Rosalind Carter, 95, ex-flautist. What is
What?
a flautist? The
First lady.
That's
Woo.
it. I knew it sounded familiar. Oh, Jimmy Carter's wife?
Jimmy Carter's wife.
Wait, hold on. Is Jimmy on this list, or are they just banging that his wife's going first?
Jimmy's got to be fucking close. Like,
Jimmy's old. Like,
he's old, and isn't he in failing health?
Well,
like, his health is
how
not
old is
doing
she?
good.
I'm just curious here. How old
she's
is she?
94.
And how old's Jimmy Carter?
Well, I assume one older, and...
I hate when the president, it fucks up their Wikipedia.
Oh, because they put the whole, like, crest and
He was
seal.
born in 1924. He's 97. He's 3
What?
years older.
Damn!
And he's now known as Doug. We made a declaration after you left on Saturday that anyone named Jim is now Doug. So, President Doug Carter, here's to you.
All right.
Just
do
how
it,
they
Doug.
kind of made, like, John and Jack a thing, we're going to make Jim and Doug a thing.
All right,
That's right.
I'm in.
This is a Tyler idea, if he's watching. But we're just going to call everybody that says Doug Carter, our 39th President of America.
In. All right, we're in the top 20. Burning
we
through.
go.
Leslie Phillips, 98. She's a comedy actor.
That's a dude.
Fucking Leslie. Back in the day when Leslie was a guy's name.
He kind of looks like the guy that did Marvel.
Stanley,
Yeah, that right picture, yeah.
I guess.
Stereotypes.
I don't think he did anything.
Living
He's known
Life.
for Venus Ian.
Yeah, I've never heard of any of those.
Okay. So then we've got Emperor Akihito. Akihito?
So this has got to be...
A Japanese emperor. 89? No, dude. Like, the Japanese lived to be like 105.
They still have emperors?
Yes. They still live in
It's
the
like the
golden,
queen?
They still live in the Golden Palace. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even back in World War
Is she
II.
on this list, or is that blasphemy?
Yeah, that's blasphemy. That should be on the list. But yeah.
I mean, we still have 17 to find out.
But yeah, they even back in World War II, the emperor still existed. And he didn't do anything. He was just a figurehead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I thought they went away after World War II. I didn't realize they were still a thing. You know,
That's
after
rooted
we
in tradition, just
mutated
like
after cities.
just
Well,
like fucking.
I mean, to be fair, he's 89, so...
Yeah.
He might have been the emperor during World War II. No.
No,
He's a
but
very young emperor.
yeah.
No, because the emperor that they had there, I think they killed him.
Oh well.
Or they did something crazy
this guy
to
took
him
over
for punishment for his
Failure?
country or whatever. Yeah. Even though he's just a figurehead who had nothing to do with anything.
We lost this war because of you. I told you not to go to war.
Yeah.
All right. Number 17, David Attenborough.
Who?
He's the
broadcaster.
national- like yeah. He's like the big like
BBC.
yeah.
Big black. I mean.
No, he's not black,
British Broadcasting.
but he's 96.
He still does stories, doesn't he? Yeah, he's still active.
Yeah, he still voiceovers a lot
I
of
was
shit.
gonna
I'm
say
pretty
he
sure.
voiceovers a lot. Yeah.
Sir Bobby Charlton, soccer player.
Somebody who should do voiceover work is Travis.
Yes.
He got fucking.
If you're
amazing
watching, Mr. Goss,
voice. Yes.
that's why I use
Yes.
you every time we need a voiceover.
Yes.
You
have
should
an
start
fucking.
charging me.
Yes.
Next up we
You're
got
hideous, but my God, your voice is so sexy.
Mikhail Gorbachev, former Soviet leader.
Really?
Oh, Mr. Gorbachev.
Gorbachev,
Yeah.
he's what he bring down
Does
this
it say how
wall.
old
Yeah.
he is?
He's 91.
Damn.
Jesus Christ! I guess it must be nice to be rich in Russia.
It's the cold that preserves you longer.
Yeah, sure.
Um,
He's really dead, but he's cryotherapy.
Number 14, Mel Brooks,
Oh,
96.
he is up
Really?
there. He
Yeah.
is up there.
I didn't know that. Shit.
He better
Yeah.
give us a fucking. Well, I can't think of the name.
Blazing Saddles 2.
The space one. Spaceballs 2. I think he
But-
already made a title for it, like The Quest for More Money.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's been
Although-
said before. We need another Mel Brooks, though.
The problem with the Mel... See, you know what's weird about Mel Brooks? Everything he writes, I can't stand as a form of comedy. He has a lot of fucking puns.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of corny-ass fucking jokes.
Yeah.
But I will watch any of his shit all the time. And the shit thing is, all the actors he used to use, there's very few of them left.
True.
You look at Spaceballs, John Candy's not there anymore, and here's Joan Rivers.
Yeah. I mean, maybe that's the thing. He always just got the best cast to do his shtick.
Gene Wilder.
Yeah, to which you're like, I don't care how bad the joke is. Like, I'll laugh at you.
It bothers me so much with Blazing Saddles that Richard Pryor was supposed to be in it, and then Richard Pryor was Richard Pryor and ended up in the wrong city.
Yeah.
That drives me nuts. Because that movie would have been
How
even
good
better
Like, yeah.
with Richard Pryor.
Number 13, Harry Belfontaine. Belfonte?
Isn't that like a brand?
Probably Belfontaine,
singer?
which is why I said it wrong.
He is... I know I've heard of him as a singer.
I was gonna say, I think I've heard of him, but I don't know for some reason.
It's
I don't.
Belafonte, isn't it?
Belafonte, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said it wrong at first.
And apparently he lost his voice.
Oh,
Apparently.
that's terrible.
He had not nodes or on his vocal cords. That sucks.
And that's straight up, you pissed, like, God off or something. Or the universe or whoever controls that shit. Anyway, number 12, Queen Elizabeth,
Good.
Oh my God.
Someone needs to take that bitch down.
who's 96.
That's like, I mean, blasphemy.
Who takes over for her when she's dead? Like,
So I'm
people
kinda-
below her have started dying before her.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, isn't Prince...
it was Prince Diana, and that was why that was such
No,
a big.
okay, she's been dead
she's
for
been
a
dead.
while.
I know, but that was why that was such a big thing.
No, wasn't it Prince Charles, but he died?
Charles.
Prince
Was it-
Charles is
was-
the first in line.
Or was it not Charles that died?
Well, I think there's like
I
20.
thought
of them.
Charles died.
Okay.
Line succession to the throne. Why didn't you do the first one? No, down one a little bit more. That one, yeah.
Because, like, I thought it was Charles, but then he died, so then I think it goes to Harry?
Philip died.
Oh, Philip died.
Philip
So
died.
Her husband.
okay, so it still goes to Charles, who's like 70.
Okay, and then when he goes,
Then it's
his
William.
ugly ass
God.
balding
Oh.
son.
Oh my God.
I hope there's
Oh
some
my God.
terrible accident. He
For
becomes
the
king.
love of God, we need it. We need it.
We need another King George.
8 years old. Oh my. Are you.
It's
Well-
because what's his face to the left, right?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
He denounced the thing and then bailed. So him and all his I guess
No,
he
he's
still
not.
gets a shot.
I was gonna say, okay, wait a minute, wait, what?
Well, is it because he left, like, that chain, but he's still the Duke of Sussex or whatever.
Well,
so
I was
like,
just gonna say, I think it's because of the title, right?
yeah.
Well, no, I thought he booted the title. I don't know.
I thought he renounced it.
I thought he renounced it too.
How great if they got down to this motherfucker.
Prince Andrew.
The one who's currently tied up in all that Epstein bullshit. Like, I don't know what happened. Weird explosion of Thanksgiving. Don't know why they were celebrating American Thanksgiving. And, Prince, Andrew, you're in charge now.
Good luck, my friend.
Good luck.
Uh,
A lot of people disappear after that.
Anyway, we got number 11 though, Dick Cheney.
No, that man ain't gonna die.
He's 81.
No. There's a couple other dicks that are gonna die before him.
No. All right, we're in the top 10. Top 10.
Top 10. Here we
Tony
go.
Bennett.
Who?
Tony Bennett.
Yeah, well, he kind of died already.
Yeah, that's fair.
That is the idea. That's the sad truth of Alzheimer's.
Number 9, Jimmy Carter.
Doug Carter.
Doug Carter.
Sorry,
Get
Doug
it right.
Carter.
Get it
Doug
right.
Carter.
President of America.
Yep. June Brown. 95 Easterners.cotton. What?
What?
Why does it say June Brown obituary? Like, if they already write this guy
Yeah, I was
woman
gonna
off?
say, is she already, did she die?
No. She's got a birthday coming up. Happy birthday,
Whoop,
June
whoop,
Brown.
whoop.
She's
she
an
served
English
in the war.
actor and author.
Oh, she's best known for her role as Dot Cotton. That's why.
Oh, okay.
EastEnders must have been a show. Loretta Lynn, number 7. She's a country singer, so who cares?
You're right.
Number 6, Nigel Starmer-Smith, rugby commentator.
Okay, first of all,
I didn't realize rugby was big in.
Number 5, Alan Greenspan.
he's
He's
so
96.
old.
He was the economist for, what, all the Bush administration? Like, both Bushes?
Ronald Reagan.
Reagan all the way
George
through Bush?
Wow.
But I know that they go to him constantly.
Yeah.
Even after the fact that he's not fucking serving for anything.
Well, that's because they don't like the guy that's in there right now. The dope that they have. What the hell is his name?
I have no idea.
So wait,
Oh.
is this not one that gets appointed each presidency? They actually hold on to their job?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, they're not. I don't even think they're appointed, to be honest. It's their own separate company.
The Federal Reserve? He
Federal
stayed
Reserve-
until
Yeah, Federal
2006.
Reserve.
Federal Reserve
separate.
is not part of the government at all.
He
Nope.
stayed until 2006, though?
Yeah,
Oh, yes.
I was going to say he was in for a long fucking time.
Ben Bernanke. Oh, no, Bernanke already left. Janet Yellen? How is she not on the list?
She might be. We haven't finished yet.
Oh, wait, she moved over to the Secretary of Treasury.
So Secretary of Treasury would be Powell, I think, is the new guy, right?
Yes, he assumed office February 5th, 2018.
So I don't think, I'm almost positive that I don't think they're appointed or anything. I think they just,
Move up in the ranks.
I think there's like a board on there. I think it's basically like CEO. Is basically what it is. But they got so much power, it's like mind blowing.
They're the ones who fuck with the interest rates and stuff, don't they?
They're the ones that set the interest rates and all that.
They just come out every once, like the groundhog. Yeah.
Well, it doesn't make sense. It's been like zero for like God knows how. I don't know how they make money. That whole fucking thing is a sham. But whatever.
Yeah, the IRS is a sham. They can do
Number
most of it.
4, Bob Barker.
I knew he was gonna be up there.
Yeah,
Damn.
he's 99.
He's not even walking anymore.
Oh,
No,
so
he
that means
is
that means-
fucking rough.
That means
from
it's
what I've heard.
98 right now. So what?
Well, I mean,
look
I
him
guess-
up. What's his birthday? Is he gonna make 100? That's the question. Whew.
No.
Wow. Wow.
His
Okay.
birthday's December 12th.
So wait a minute. So when Bob Barker beat the fuck
Oh,
out
you're right.
of...
So he's 98 right now. He'll be 99 in December. So to make 100, he's
Yeah.
got to make it to 2023. Oh,
He's got to
Bobby.
make a full 2 years.
Oh, Bobby.
I never know. So how old was he when he got when he beat the shit out of Adam Sandler?
I would say probably 60.
I was gonna say Happy Gilmore. That was what, late 90s.
95, 97 area.
Yeah.
So he would have been like 60.
Would have been 70,
Or
right?
older.
Or
Yeah.
20. Oh yeah, 70 or 60. Yeah, you're right.
But yeah,
That was a great scene.
yeah,
They reenacted it like 10 years ago.
yeah. No, I mean, for the most part, Bob's been evidently spaying and neutering your pets. Pets keep you young. I don't know.
If the
guess,
price
yeah.
is right, as soon as he retired, shit went downhill.
Yeah, should have stayed on. Though it's not really helping Drew Carey out.
Oh no, Drew Carey looks like he's dying.
Anyway, number 3, Angela Lansbury.
Never heard her.
Actress, I assume British.
Lansbury, yeah, I would say so.
Murder, She Wrote.
Oh, Murder, She Wrote. Yeah, okay.
Don't know what that
gotta be
means.
honest, didn't think Murder, She Wrote was still alive.
That's
Sure.
actually fair, too. Number 2, Henry Kissinger.
Yep, that guy looked like he died.
I
years
thought he
ago.
already died. But
He's
okay.
99.
I already thought he died.
He'll be 99, right?
Yeah, or yeah, he will be 99.
He has been like under every fucking president since like Nixon.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And last on the list, Dick Van Dyke.
They think he's number 1?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's younger than all these other ones that were just ahead of him.
He's
and he's
90.
he's still dancing.
He's 97, I believe, or he will be 97.
He's younger than Kissinger and Barker.
He is. Maybe he's
Alright,
got.
so what they're afraid is he's still dancing. He's gonna break a hip and it's gonna turn downhill from there.
I mean, again, he's probably looking rough, but
Then again, everybody thought Betty White was fine.
she even thought she was fine.
Yeah,
So
she was ready to party.
Yeah.
Sunday or yesterday.
Yeah.
That's a bullshit.
But there you go. Maybe those people are gonna die soon.
So, out of
Hooray!
curiosity, who do you think will go to the American list? Because clearly most of that was British.
Yeah.
If you had to pick somebody who's going to pass this year, who do you think's going to pass?
Sir Patrick Stewart.
Really?
He's fucking 90.
Yeah, but he's still doing shit.
Barely.
Barely. Like, do you watch him do Picard? It's actually fucking hurts me. He like, it's oh god.
Why couldn't they just tell you the age? So he's 81.
Really? He fucking looks a lot older
He's
than
got
that.
a ways
man.
to go.
No, alright, you can say that.
No, obviously Bob Barker's my first pick.
I think it's going to
But-
be James Earl Jones.
Okay.
I think he's going to pass this year. It's going to suck. The voice of, like, wisdom.
Yeah. Well, again, just wait till like Morgan Freeman passes too, because he's up there.
He's 70 something, right?
Morgan Freeman's in his 80s, I'm pretty sure.
James Earl Jones just turned 91 yesterday.
Do Morgan Freeman. How old is he? I thought he was in his 80s. He's saying, or 70s.
84.
84.
Jesus Christ.
Jim Carrey turned 60 today.
Look, the sad reality is we're in a time span of like, we've had all this great, I think we actually said this before on the show, we've had all these great actors and things that have been around forever.
Yeah?
We're at the point of they're all fucking old.
Dude, you thought Robin Williams was rough. Wait until it all starts going down like dominoes.
Yeah, because that's what's, like, every year we're going to be losing beloved characters that have been around because television's been around.
Think about how bad you hurt when Betty White passed away. She was 99. Damn, actually, some people said she's 100 because how many leap years she saw.
How old's Tim the Toolman Taylor? I don't know his actual name.
He actually just got greenlit, I know this is completely unrelated to death, for a Santa Claus Disney Plus series.
Jesus Christ. Can I explain Santa Claus
But I think
again?
he's close to 70
Tim
even.
Allen.
53. Yeah, he's close to 70. Yeah, 69,
68.
right? He'll be 69. Like, he's... Again, all these people, like, you grew up with them, and you didn't realize
Holy shit.
that they were in their 30s when we grew up with them in the 90s. Like, they're all fucking old.
65. Fucking Christ. Okay.
It's gotta be a hell of a fucking year when they all start popping off.
Yeah.
It's going to be a hell of forever. Like, this...
Or
There's...
we won't see it because they'll live another 30 years and we won't.
That one.
Is George
But-
Bush Sr. still alive?
He
No.
died 2 years ago.
Yeah, I was going to say
2
he
years
just
ago.
died. But yeah,
He
no,
had one
like...
of those awkward COVID things, I think.
How about George Bush? He's still alive?
He's trucking.
W is still
He
going.
hasn't choked on a pretzel lately?
But I'm just saying, like, the sad reality is, like, forever, we're going to keep losing beloved people because TV brought them into our lives, and now we've had them.
No, we're
And,
fucked.
yeah, every year you're going to keep losing more and more. Adam Sandler's close to 60.
50.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
55, but still.
But that whole SNL group we grew up with are
Oh,
now
yeah.
in their late 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
We
after,
lost Norm Macdonald.
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, sad reality is TV ruined everything. Because now you know, or you feel like you know people, and they're going to die.
They're
Just
dead.
like all your friends and everybody you know.
Well, with that note, it's time for gaming news with Gibby and the big story of the night.
Gibbles and bits, gibbles
baby!
Woo! And then the most depressing news ever. Blizzard Entertainment is being sold to Microsoft. Cheer.
How do you feel?
Microsoft is getting a steal.
Well, it's 70 billion. Let's put it out there.
It's 68.2.
Whatever.
But they're basically everyone in the finance world is saying that Microsoft's getting a steal because they're basically buying it for what their price was per share, which is around $95. Prior to this whole sexual harassment scandal stuff, so they're really buying it at what it would have been. So if like they did this before all that, they would have to pay a much higher price. So they're getting a steal.
Okay, I think you worded that wrong. They're buying it at shares as is after the scandal. Had they bought it before the scandal, it would have been priced higher.
Have been higher, yeah,
which makes sense, because some of the fucking titles that are going to Microsoft is mind-blowing.
Mind-blowing is an understatement.
Call of Duty is the big one. I don't play it, but holy shit.
The problem here is, and I don't know what to say, because there's a lot of... because they bought Bethesda, right?
Yes.
And then they honored Bethesda for the current stuff that's in work.
Yeah.
But then now Skyrim is now... Skyrim 6 is exclusive Xbox.
Yeah.
So anything new they're making is exclusive. So now you have the entire Call of Duty franchise.
Which means after this year, the next one would in theory be a Microsoft exclusive.
Yes.
Could be.
And one of their biggest things is Warzone. Which is a free fucking game. They could, in theory, make it...
You can't play it on PlayStation anymore.
An exclusive. like you're going down a massive rabbit hole. But just so we can just go through the quick list here of what they actually purchased here.
Was this the list you were referring to on the previous segment? Okay.
We're gonna do that probably next week or something.
Okay.
Activision. So they own Call of Duty. Obviously, we just talked about.
It's crazy.
Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, who just came out with a 4th installment.
They own Guitar Hero.
Which would be great. Hey, if they could put some power behind that and actually get it going, I'm in. Because the last one was fucking atrocious.
Spyro.
They haven't done another entry in that. Could be on the works now.
I was muted for the Guitar Hero thing.
Bring it back.
But bring it back to what it was. Just rock the nostalgic factor. Like, hey, this is what we expect. This is what we want.
Fucking re-release the old ones again.
No, you can.
Actually, yes. Just remaster those.
Yeah.
Boom.
Don't even remaster. You can give them as is. Put them on Game Pass. Just let me hook up a guitar to Xbox.
That's right.
Yeah.
Tony Hawk.
That's interesting.
They just
remastered 1 and 2. I don't think they did 3 yet, and the last one was 5. So there could be a potential 6 is now exclusive to
potential. That's right.
Microsoft.
You don't know. So
Which the crazy thing is, those last 3 titles you said were Sony exclusives when they first launched.
Not anymore, motherfucker.
Spyro, Crash were part of the PS1 series, and that was it. Same with Tony Hawk cross-platform.
I mean, you guys gotta think this. If they all go exclusive, what is there for PlayStation? Like, PlayStation's gonna get rocked.
Oh, I think because Microsoft has a good working relationship with Nintendo, I think we need a 3rd or 4th, whatever they're on, season pass for Super Smash Brothers with Microsoft's newly acquired fucking roster. I know he said he was done after Sora, but open up your fucking workshop
shit,
again.
I didn't even think of that.
And bring in Crash, bring in Spyro.
You can bring over all the Blizzard characters too.
Jim Raynor, Diablo.
Holy shit, that's a little crazy. I didn't even think of that. But anyway, those are the most notable for Activision. But they have a long library of other things. They also have a lot of IPs that they technically still own.
I was gonna say Activision had a lot of smaller studios, like they had the Toys for Bob.
But they
did the remasters.
They also had a lot of IPs that people don't realize they still own that they don't do anything with. So that one's going to be interesting.
They made Nickelodeon games.
Again, it's interesting. The one that kills me, they now acquired Blizzard. Well, they haven't acquired it yet. Now, just so you're aware, it's not official. It's not done. They're purchasing. They set for $95 a share. They're not buying it until the first quarter of Microsoft, which isn't until June/July this year. So there's
It
still
could
a lot of
fall
time. Everybody in the community is expecting that this is going to have a major legal battle they're going to have to fight through because they're basically creating a monopoly at this point.
Monopoly on what?
Gaming. Because they bought Bethesda, right? So you have to actually step back and figure out who are the main players into the field now. It's going to be Sony.
Doesn't matter about main players as long as you
Microsoft.
got another player.
It's going to be Sony, Microsoft, and
Nintendo.
Riot Games. So I
Nintendo.
forget who owns Riot. Oh, well, you're right, Nintendo.
And technically, Sega is still a brand. They
But-
don't own
But
Sega.
there's not much. Microsoft
EA?
is going to have an overwhelming majority share of the.
Is EA Microsoft or is it their own entity?
I think.
I actually want to say EA is owned by Microsoft.
I want to
but
say
I could
EA
be
is
wrong.
because it's all their EA product is on the Game Pass.
It
So
could
I'd
have just been a
assume
deal.
it could have been. That's a
Because I
great
know
question.
Sega has a working deal with Microsoft.
Um,
That's why all the Sonic games are on the game.
so people are speculating that they're going to have to go through an antitrust lawsuit, or I don't know if it's a
An
lawsuit or
investigation
whatever.
to see if it is a
Investigation or
monopoly?
something. So
I don't see how you can say it is. I think there's enough studios still on the market.
I feel like they just want to go after Microsoft for being a monopoly again.
it's going to be interesting, is my thing.
There's no way Washington stops the sale. They're old men who don't even want people to vote. So, if anything, it'll get to Washington and be like, we're not talking about it.
It's going to be interesting. I don't know. But anyway, what else they own? They own all of Blizzard. So they own Diablo. So they're going to have, obviously, all the Diablo. Diablo 4 is coming out. So that might just be an Xbox exclusive, which would be kind of interesting. They own Hearthstone,
Okay.
which, again, is not even what's called
So-
Lost Vikings.
I don't know what that is.
Overwatch. So that will be kind of interesting because now they have the Overwatch series, which is a TV thing for their esports, etc.
Yeah.
Actually, shit, they own a fucking stadium now. I didn't even think of that. They own a stadium. They're gonna get StarCraft.
Which I'm hoping that this merger breathes life into some of those IPs.
And then World of Warcraft. So that's gonna be interesting.
That one, I think.
Because now I have sub into World of Warcraft and I have a sub into the Game Pass, so I don't know if they're gonna start merging some of these things. And the other thing they also got, because the EA they also have Origin, right?
Wow.
So I don't know what they're gonna do because now they have two technical platforms now because they have BattleNet, the Battle
Is Battle.net
whatever it is, that launcher, and now they're also gonna have the Origin launcher.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what's gonna happen there. So there's a lot of interesting things here. I would just scrap Origin. I would scrap Origin. Go with the Battle.net one because that's way more.
I'm sensing a Potter
Up here.
nerd here where we have
But-
to talk about
Anyway,
how the
Everything
gaming's
going on.
yeah.
landscape of gaming's completely changed.
It's going to be interesting because like Diablo 4, like you would have thought it was going to go on both of them, and they're already speculating that they were
it's
working
still-
on
it
a new
still could.
MMO.
I have a feeling they're going to do what Sony does with Capcom. With the exclusive, it gets released on Xbox first, so it draws the sales to Xbox,
See, I wouldn't.
and then 3 months later, it releases to Sony.
I would have thought
Yeah.
that, except for the fact that they're doing that with Skyrim. Skyrim is going to be an like if they didn't do it with Skyrim, like if they did what you're saying right there, I would say
Yeah.
yes. But they didn't do it with Skyrim, and Skyrim in my mind is way bigger than all. Well, maybe except Call of Duty, but it's way
Call of
bigger
Duty.
than all these other games I'm talking about. Like
I
it's
have a
hard for
feeling
me to say. Like
They're going to buckle.
we'll see. I don't
Because
know.
then they got to make Sony. You're going to get some Sony sales. Like you get a chunk of Sony's dollar, so you still get a piece of that pie.
I mean, unless you're
But
trying to run Sony out.
You're
like,
gonna run Sony.
if you're-
that,
if you're
that's
really
like,
going
yeah. Like
balls
if
to the
you
wall,
look into
like-
console war now, like
Yeah.
I
if they
think
get
you can.
this, it's gonna be.
Sony's got the other subsidiary, whatever the fuck.
Well,
they're called.
no,
I'm just
because
saying-
now what it's coming down to, if they make it exclusive, it's gonna be a run on publishers.
Yeah.
Sony and Microsoft are gonna have to go out competing to buy all of these companies in order to make them exclusive to their own system.
So actually,
It's gonna be fucking crazy.
so the real thing is like potentially the real loser here is us,
The gamers.
We're
Yes.
finally getting cross-platform. Things were going great. Like everybody's getting along.
That's another thing right there. Cross-platform, in my mind, the new system might be going away.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be getting major hostility here if Xbox really goes down this path of making these all exclusive.
Yeah. No, that's what I mean. Like you're
I
absolutely
think
right.
it's
You're going to
such
have
a-
cross-platform between everything except PlayStation.
I think it's going to
Yeah.
suck for game developers.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Like
Especially like independent ones, not these
Yeah.
big guys.
Just think of like when you came out of college 10 years ago, you wanted to go work for a Bethesda or a Blizzard or whatever. Now you're working for Microsoft. You might work for Bethesda or Blizzard, but you're ultimately reporting up to Microsoft.
Yeah.
I think it's going to shrink that market because something like PAX East, where you see all those indie developers, it's going to start fading away.
I'm actually shocked at how much indie developers are actually going over to the Switch. But anyway, more titles that they also own. They also are going to get Choir King.
I don't know what it is. Candy Crush is...
Candy Crush is their main one, but they also have Bubble Witch Saga, Diamond Diary Saga, Farming Heroes Saga, and Pet Rescue. So King is basically their mobile version.
Yeah.
So that is one.
Which is fun because they've put Bejeweled on Game Pass for the Xbox. So Candy Crush might be coming to Game Pass.
Yep. So that was one of the things that Microsoft has sucked at. Obviously, is they've tried dabbling into the phone world, but they just can't break in.
I want to know though, who actually has downloaded that to their Xbox?
Bejeweled?
Yeah.
My mom immediately wanted me to. And I went, no. First of all, it's in my room. And secondly, no.
It's a pooping, like, you gotta it's a pooping game. There's a clear difference between, like, a game you sit on the couch and play and a game you sit on the shitter and play.
Yep.
Right. But you'll see. Who knows? You might get Game Pass now on your phone.
So,
which is then going to be even more interesting because then you're going to get like all those free unlocks and stuff. You don't have to worry about ads for certain games and stuff. Like you're going to go. Yeah. Actually, technically, yeah, they own Minecraft.
Do you think it's better? Are you done with your list?
Yes.
Do you think it's better or worse for some of these titles? For example, you now have everything under an umbrella, right?
Correct.
So clearly they're going to give budgets to like, all right, here's Activision's budget, here's Blizzard's budget, et cetera, et cetera. They're going to divvy up the money of who's going to be able to make what.
Yes.
Do you think this hurts titles, such like Spyro, that hasn't had a sequel in...
Yes. Spyro, I think, is fucked.
Okay.
Call of Duty, I think, is going to get amazing. I think they're going to turn the corner and actually make that game a lot better, because I don't think they're going to go down this whole cash grab thing that Activision went down. Certain titles for Blizzard, I think, are going to do really well. I think StarCraft is probably fucked.
So if it wasn't active currently, it's probably not going to be active.
Correct. Because they're going to go for... Because obviously they're going to want to make money.
Yeah.
So they're going to go for, obviously, easier, cheaper wins. Call of Duty, in my mind, is a slam dunk.
That's just
I think they're going to... Well, I think they're going to stop with that whole repeat process. And I think they're actually going to do correct development into a game and actually start making it better. I think it's going to turn more into like a Halo.
Coming from it took them a decade to get that.
Well, that's what I mean. Right. But that's what I'm saying. I think they're going to get away from that whole repeat thing. I think they're going to milk the fucking Warzone thing in order not to keep doing that whole turn cycle.
Yeah.
In order to actually develop and release an actual good, decent Call of Duty game.
I mean,
do you think they're going to put pride into a project and not just go for the cash grab?
That'd be
for
neat.
EA, for how Microsoft does most of their IPs, yes.
It's not theirs though. They're using and abusing somebody else's.
All right, Halo is not their IP.
You're right.
They bought it from Bungie.
No, I get that, but I'm just saying.
You just look at everything that they buy. They don't actually turn it out immediately. They actually sit on it, dwell on it, and let the developers develop. It's completely different. It basically is Blizzard back in the old days, which is kind of crazy. But the problem is they got just so many.
What does that mean?
Licenses.
It's going to slow down the patch updates for WoW.
WoW.
So like,
I hate to say it, I think WoW might be dead.
I called it.
Yeah. So I'm thinking what they're gonna do at WoW is they'll probably continue the current process. Like a lot of these things, if something's already in process, it's probably gonna happen.
You're probably still gonna get a Call of Duty game for the next 2 years.
Blizzard has been rumored for the past 2 years that they are in development of a new MMO.
Which, depending how far they are, either gets killed or pushed to the moon.
Correct. So the question comes down to is did the EA is or like I keep saying EA,
Activision?
Microsoft is either going to pick the new MMO or they'll double down on WoW.
Now, do you think
my thinking here, because WoW is so old, it's probably going to go towards the new one.
Do you think, for example, let's say the new MMO is StarCraft related. We'll just say that.
Yes.
Do you think they take StarCraft and go, all right, Bethesda's got resources, let's Bethesda do this?
Yes.
So do you think we can have a Bethesda presents StarCraft type game?
Yes.
Okay.
1,010%. That's exactly how they did. Because even Bungie did not create all of the Halos.
No, I know that.
Yeah, that's because Microsoft just starts divvying it out
So-
to whoever's got the free resources. It's a completely different umbrella than most developers.
Did Activision own both Call of Duty studios?
Activision
Yes.
owned one,
They don't.
yes. and
yeah, I
Treyarch
believe when
owned
we
the other
looked
one,
it up,
which was under
that
Activision.
Treyarch was actually under Activision, so it was
Okay,
all
so it was
the
just two
same.
subs going at it.
Who owns Destiny 2? I
That
know
was Bungie, wasn't it?
I know Blizzard was the one that hosted it
I thought that was Bungie.
because it is on their launcher.
You could, you can Google it, or you could pull it out of the
Yeah. Because I know it's on their
Shelf.
launcher, but I don't know who actually technically owns it.
I thought it was Bungie.
Yeah, Bungie
Okay, so then now that's completely.
was the developer. Who's the publisher though?
So Bungie would be
Whoever.
Microsoft. Bungie is another one of.
So
Microsoft.
how do you think some of these titles
Bungie
die?
made it Halo at one point.
Yeah.
They made, I think, Halo 3?
So do you think some of these titles die now?
What do you mean? Yeah, I don't.
Destiny.
You got to trim down somewhere, right?
Destiny. I don't know if they'll. Destiny won't because that's already a Microsoft one.
Okay.
Destiny was just hosted through Blizzard because Microsoft couldn't.
But now,
Didn't have that expertise that MMO stance server thing.
it's definitely, I think, a bleak future for gaming.
I think.
And the weird thing is, I'm on the winning side right now.
I think certain IPs are going to excel, and then some of these IPs are going to just evaporate.
Actually, the weird thing is, we're all on the winning side right now. And we weren't on the winning side up until, you go back 6 months ago, we're all Sony boys.
It was a supply issue. That's
Yeah.
all. Like
Yeah.
we were able to get it.
So that was the other thing that's interesting because that was like immediately everyone started saying is how is this going to affect the Game Pass? Because
It's got to go up. There's got to probably be tier systems. There'll
because
probably be like a
because
Blizzard expansion
Because
tier.
just right out of
that'd
the
be
get-go,
annoying.
if you got $10, right,
Nintendo did it.
and you add all these into it, does that $10 now cover your WoW subscription?
Nintendo went and did it. When they brought on the two new emulators, the 64 and the Genesis, there
Yeah.
was the expansion pack. So you had like the $14.99 for the year, and then another $8 to get these two for the year. So now it's up to like, 24 or whatever the fuck the number is.
It's interesting. I don't know how they're going to do it though, because they keep bringing in other things
It
as
should
well,
be-
but they're not increasing it. It is odd that it's only $10 considering all the content
Oh,
that's in there.
I have a feeling you'll get Game Pass, which is exclusive to Xbox stuff, or you get the
What do you
bundle.
mean? Game Pass is not exclusive to Xbox.
It's not on PlayStation.
It's on the computer. You can play. You have. If
But
you
there's games on the computer I can't bring over to the Xbox.
Games on the computer. You cannot. What do you mean?
I can't play Ages of Empires on the Xbox.
Correct. But you can play on the computer.
I'm just saying, they're going to have bundle systems like Disney Plus does with ESPN Plus and fucking Hulu.
Oh, you think they're
Probably.
going to split the?
Oh, yeah. I think you're going to get like the... You
See,
get the
that'd be kinda-
console.
Well-
That'd be kind of interesting because it started out on computer, and then it expanded into the console.
Yeah, I have a feeling you're going to get like the Bethesda bundle or the fucking Blizzard bundle, like which would incorporate like BattleNet. I don't know if Bethesda's large enough because like if you brought in Just Dance or Square Enix, they have their own server.
Yeah.
So I have a feeling it's probably gonna be server based and say this is the bundle for that. Another
Maybe.
$5.99 and you get all BattleNet and all that stuff.
I think it depends on what their end goal is. Like if they're
Yeah.
really trying to push PlayStation, like trying to capitalize, like fuck you PlayStation.
Oh, they'll shove it all on Game Pass.
Yeah. It's
Yep.
all
You
on
shove
Game
it all
Pass,
on there, like hey, you subscribe to this, boo,
Yeah.
we're great. And then after you kill it, then you come back to like, hey,
That'll be interesting.
Cheers.
I don't know if they'll do that.
While
or not.
hosting the server
Yeah.
for Nintendo. Don't you get out of line.
yeah.
Otherwise, we'll start pulling those exclusives away from you.
I mean, that would be interesting. I don't know. My thing is like, because I immediately go to World of Warcraft. How are you going to handle that? Because right now it's $15 a month for a subscription.
We're going to probably leave it as is for a long time. I don't think we're going to get any bundles until they restructure the companies.
Oh, you wouldn't do it immediately anyway.
Yeah, well,
Like,
all this stuff
you
is
wait.
I'm pretty sure almost all of this is going to go on the Game Pass. The only one that I question is whether or not World of Warcraft goes into the Game Pass.
Probably not.
Probably
I
not.
can't see how it does.
Yeah.
Unless they start microtransacting the shit out of you inside the game.
They already microtransact the shit out of you in the game.
But, like, more so.
Yeah.
I don't think you understand how much it's already done.
Yeah.
Like,
But more so. You
No.
can play that game without doing it.
no, you can't.
Right.
Well, you have to pay subscription. Yes, you're right.
So, I have a feeling it's...
They'll never. I don't think they'll ever make it pay to win. Right now, everything's cosmetic, which is like what most actual decent games do is all cosmetic. You can get all these stupid pets. You can get all these stupid fucking mounts. You can get these stupid.
So you could play that without having to pay. I have a feeling they're gonna start. They're gonna have to fuck with their system. It can't be sustainable. Like if you're running 4 major studios, and you're not charging for it because you put it all on your Game Pass, you're not gonna make money.
I'm interested in seeing the financials on Game Pass because
it's gonna be a loss.
You would think that, but it might not be because you got to figure you're paying $10 a month for like me, right?
Okay.
So if it's $10 a month, that's $120. I don't spend $120.
Or they're gonna start doing what they've already done a little bit. They're gonna rip a lot of titles off at once.
Yeah. Well, I suspect that's just gonna new stuff's gonna go in and out because basically what's going out is stuff that they don't actually own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how do you make money off of your own IPs if you're shoving it in Game Pass?
I don't. You probably have to have some sort of studies like, are people buying it? If not, you put it on for free.
I'm
so
just
they can
saying, like,
play
if
it.
you look at me,
They released a Halo.
It's
physical and digital.
It's
edition,
$120. I don't spend $120 on games.
No, I know, but they released a Halo.
So it's a net profit for them off of me.
But like,
they released
how many
Halo
people are there out there like
they
that?
released Halo on a physical and digital edition, and me, with this Game Pass, I'm not buying any Xbox games. But with the PlayStation, because they don't have that, I've bought games. Might not have fucking played them, but I went and got them because I wanted them.
You're the opposite of me, though. What I'm trying to say is how many people are like me who actually don't purchase games that are actually a net positive off.
Or how many people do you think go out? There's a game on Game Pass. You play it for a bit. You're like, oh, I like this game, and then they take it off Game Pass,
and then they buy it.
and then you go, oh fuck. Well,
that's
I want to go buy this game because I like this game.
That's the reason why you put your game on Game Pass.
Exactly.
Yeah, but none of these stories are long enough to warrant. Like, what are you gonna leave it on there for a couple days?
Well,
I would say probably a month or two.
It
All
depends
the
on
campaigns and stories are no longer than 14 to 15 hours.
No, it's more probably like open. Like so many games are going more open world
yeah.
and like.
I still haven't even beat
sandbox
fucking Halo.
type.
Halo is ridiculously long because of how it's open concept. Like
Well,
that.
again, you got multiplayer or online shit. You got the sandbox type games. Like, there's plenty of games that you could put on Game Pass for
technically
a
fucking
while.
Minecraft. How long can you play Minecraft? There's not even a fucking story.
You're right.
There's not even a fucking story.
And we've
And
been
yet we
playing
keep
it for
fucking playing the
years.
damn thing.
But if I was first introduced to Minecraft on Xbox, and I didn't pay for it.
Yeah.
At least with Minecraft, they can always get you on the packs. You have to still pay for the expansion. Like if you want the Star Wars pack,
Well, you
or
still
skin
have
pack
to
and
do
stuff
that
like
with all their games.
and the realms.
But like, if you're playing
you
Minecraft,
still do that with all the Game Pass stuff.
Yeah, I'm still paying $8 a month for the realm.
well,
So there's Minecraft's still making the money.
right. But I'm saying like, if you're playing Minecraft, just as the example, play Minecraft on Game Pass.
Mhm.
You had your world set up. You had things going on. All of a sudden, it's like, hey, we're taking this off. How many people do you think are going to go out and buy Minecraft, even at a discount? So it's not $60 anymore. You're buying it for
30,
40, 30.
whatever,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, it gives you an incentive. Like, oh, I got so far in a game, I want to keep going.
If they destroy the cross-platform, yeah.
Um,
If not,
potentially.
I'm sure somebody already owns another copy of Minecraft somewhere else.
Well, that's fair too.
You're
But
speaking
I'm looking
a
at the-
game like Minecraft.
I'm
Yeah.
looking at the Halo specifically.
Okay.
Yes.
You put that on Game Pass, right?
Yes.
I've never played that franchise, but owning an Xbox and knowing that I own an Xbox, that's probably a game I would have picked up. Because, like, what else do you fucking buy for an Xbox?
Yeah.
They
You
put it
can-
on Game Pass,
You can literally
didn't buy it.
like right
They
now.
made no money off me.
Yeah, but you can play through it. There's no way you're gonna play through all. Like, if let's say they take off all the Halos 2 months from now, you're not beating all those campaigns.
You're right, but I haven't played it. Like, at least I would have bought it.
Well,
And they got the 50. No,
you're
everybody
an
would have went out
You're
and bought
an exception because you buy games and
No,
don't play them.
people
That's
would
a
have
different-
went out and still bought it.
Most people will
Other
buy it
people
and
probably
play
will
it,
sit
though.
there and procrastinate and say, "Oh, it's on Game Pass. I'll get to it. I'll get to it. I'll get to it. Oh, I didn't get to it. I'll wait until it comes back on Game Pass again."
I think you're an exception.
They're losing
but yeah.
money. I'm not an exception. People will buy the game opening
How many
day.
games have you downloaded off of Game Pass then?
I've downloaded the Halos and I haven't touched them.
So they didn't technically lose money or gain. All they've done
They
is
would have got a
they've
physical
gained,
edition
they,
bought for
They've
me.
gained money off of you
How? I didn't play it. I didn't
because
touch
you
it.
haven't actually used you haven't played it.
They would have gotten $65 off me if I went to GameStop.
Correct, but you haven't played it.
I wouldn't have played it then either. I'm telling you, people.
How many
will
games
go
on Game? How many
to
games on
open-
Game Pass have you downloaded and actually played?
3.
3 games.
Yeah.
And you've had how long have you had the game? How long have you had the system?
4 months. But I'm on Minecraft almost every other night.
Is Minecraft one of the games that you're talking about? Yeah. So that one does. Well, Minecraft. Well, you already had you bought Minecraft on the computer.
Yeah, I did.
So it counts over. So it doesn't. You don't have to.
I'm saying they lost money on Halo.
So you're talking 2
They
games.
did.
So what 2 games have you?
I've had Game Pass for 4 months.
Yes.
And if I didn't have Game Pass and I had to buy Halo, they would have got $65 out of me.
Well, I
They
feel
lost.
But see, your problem
$20.
is are you gonna get to the point where you spent $60 on Game Pass and you haven't even played $60 worth of games?
I have. I mean, there's easily.
What have you played?
The games that I've played are easily $60 a piece. Back 4 Blood.
Back 4 Blood is not a.
It was a $60 game for
no
PS4, and I canceled it and got it on Game Pass for free.
Okay.
If I didn't have Game Pass, I would have bought $60 for Back 4 Blood. So Back 4 Blood lost that fucking money.
Yeah,
Okay.
and on that note, we beat it, so it's like not gonna buy the game.
I'm not gonna go back to it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
so
you
$60.
make more sales
But
off that fucking day 1 edition.
on the Halo thing though, is the new didn't they just come out with a Halo?
Yes.
Is that on Game Pass? The
Yes.
new one?
Yeah, they dropped it first day.
Oh, never mind.
Well, it
Because
doesn't
my
matter.
argument was
It
was
doesn't
just
matter.
gonna
If,
be
even if you don't have it, Halo is free.
yeah. My argument was gonna be like, oh, we give you the old Halos, like so you get
Yeah,
involved in
get-
it, and
get
then you buy
taste
the
of
new
it
one. But
and go for the new
all
one.
If the new
all
one's-
the
never mind.
Halos are.
They
on
dropped the new one day 1.
never mind.
there. Correct.
How did that make money?
It's
How did that make money?
That was just more of a. Halo is always a unit seller for the actual console.
But how would it? A unit seller plus the game. So you lost the plus the game.
Majority of the time because they also usually have
You lost the plus the game.
the system also as a custom skin,
Okay,
et
then
cetera,
you
et cetera, et
you
cetera.
bought the game, but you didn't get the bundle with it. You lost the game price. It's not sustainable
Halo-
for them to release
Halo-
their new things
Halo-
day of.
Every console is always a loss leader. So to me, it's a poor excuse. Is my problem because they always will eat it on Halo
Okay,
because that
Elden
moves
Ring.
units.
Elden Ring's coming out, and they're launching it day of.
So that
on
one-
Game Pass.
I don't know what Elden Ring is. That the new
It's
Skyrim?
it's similar to Skyrim, but it's
Isn't
not
that Elder
Skyrim.
Scrolls?
It's not a part of that franchise,
not
but it's
that.
very similar to it. How are they gonna make money with anyone who has Game Pass?
See, the problem is it going to be cross-platform?
I don't believe it.
Well,
is.
maybe that factors in. Maybe they have some parameters like how many people have pay for Game Pass and how many games do they play.
Well,
So if you only play 2 games off Game Pass,
That's what I'm saying. To
Then
me, they're making
you're-
money
you're
off. They're
probably
going to make
making it
money
that
off
way.
of me in the long run, no
how
matter
do you
what.
pay the developers? Like, how do you
Or-
sit there and push money into a game to be developed over years? Halo, a decade, and you just released it for free on Game Pass, and you didn't make any sales on hard copies.
you take that from the Microsoft
And
Excel.
So I guess
Sales.
the difference here. I mean, I sort of understand what you're saying, but the question here is, I guess what you're questioning
I think you're gonna get less games.
is the developers.
How are you gonna finance these projects
So-
if you just give it away for
It's
free
actually
on Game Pass?
it's an interesting idea because I don't know how the developers make money off of it. Is what that's what's catching
I'm
him
just
up,
saying, how-
and it
how do
actually
you
makes
even
sense. It
budget
makes
it,
sense.
That
as
goes
a
back to what
company.
Gibby already said, where you might get less games, but you're gonna get like Call of Duty. Like you're not gonna get the every year release of Call of Duty anymore.
and you
You're
just
gonna get
paid that entire team 5 years to build one game when you were pumping them out yearly.
instead you're gonna get like a release and then probably cut down the staff, do DLC type things maybe or something.
The
like
games
updates.
are gonna last a lot longer, but they're gonna be much better content.
Potentially maybe.
I don't
That's what I'm
see
saying.
how
It's
you
going to
can
be
see
more like a Halo than
how
it's going
does
to be like
that
a Call of Duty.
live?
Well, no, I think I understand what he's saying, and it's a
No,
good point
How are you
because
going
I don't
to
know how.
finance the developers
How?
who are building this for 5 years to
Hold
give
on.
you a quality product and then just give it away for free on the first day?
Well, again, I'm assuming you're eating into other Microsoft profits. Like you're obviously feeding in, just like Amazon. Like they make all their money off of AWS.
Yeah, no,
I mean,
and I get
Feed
that.
the rest off of
But
that.
even that is like, how long is that sustainable? So you run Sony out of the business, then Xbox nosedives because they've been taking losses all year, or year over year,
Right.
and Nintendo just reigns supreme again?
Maybe.
I can't fathom how with especially Halo, you spent a decade on that game and then you just...
Well, Halo is completely, like I said, that's a loss leader, and I know that's a loss leader. That is completely different because they release a Halo every system and they eat it on it every year because it sells units for the system.
That would be like me collecting a paycheck for 10 years, not actually adding any benefit.
Well, do you understand what a loss leader is, though?
What's it matter? So you're going to have all these loss leaders now because you've acquired all
Well,
these
no,
other
Halo.
loss leaders?
I'm saying specifically Halo. That's a bad
I
one
agree.
because that is their loss leader. They will fucking, for some reason, Ratchet and Clank is fucking PlayStation, which I don't fucking understand because that game's not that good. But every year it comes out, it's a loss leader.
But they don't give it away for free. So
Yeah.
like it's a loss leader.
But Microsoft's
and
doubling,
you gave it away for free.
Microsoft's doubled. Well,
So Ratchet and Clank was a loss leader.
I would
but we
argue-
still got our $65 for it.
I would argue a majority of the Xbox that sell every year, like the normal, except
Well,
for
that's
this
bullshit,
one,
'cause
except for this one, because
Xbox
the
One
problem.
didn't have a Halo.
The problem with this one is that it took so long for them to release it. A lot of the units already sold. But normally, like Xbox 360 and stuff, it's bundled in with the
What about
original
Xbox One?
and they don't really increase the price. It's not built into the price of that
But
unit
Xbox
that
One
they're
didn't
selling.
even release Halo with it.
Yes, it did.
No,
Halo
it didn't.
1 came out
This
with...
is the first game in 10 years.
Halo 1 came out with... wasn't it 4? The shitty version? The one that everyone hates?
I don't know much about Xbox.
Almost positive was that. And then
Dude.
Xbox 360 came out with Halo
Xbox
3.
One launched, and I don't think you got another Halo for like 4 or 5 years. So it wasn't a bundle thing.
Now you're really getting me. Because I don't think there's been a single Xbox that has not released without an... what?
Xbox One.
Major games released.
I don't... This is the
I'm
first
almost
Halo
positive
game
it
I've
was,
heard of in over a decade.
Well,
So there's no... They keep releasing that stupid-ass Master Chief collection,
Yeah.
which was like everything from Xbox, the first one.
is it one with the one, or is
Just
it one as
O-N-E.
O-N-E? What games Xbox come with? Assassin's Creed, Battlefield, Call of Duty, Crimson Dawn.
All those are cross.
There's 17 of them. Hold on. So you're alright. It didn't come out.
So
with
it didn't
one.
come out with one. They held on to that product. You paid that team over a decade's worth of salaries, and then you gave it away for free
So-
on your Series X.
November 2013.
I don't think the other one... I remember it on the 360. But the 360 was...
Xbox,
We were still in school, weren't we?
Halo 4.
Yeah, probably.
So when did Halo
Or-
4 then?
I thought
release?
this was Halo 4, but I don't know Halo.
This is 6. That's what
I
I'm
didn't know
saying.
there
You,
was
just because
6.
you don't understand, there's a ton of them that released. Like,
But it
there's-
didn't release with 360.
Halo 4 came out with 360.
How many years after it launched?
Well, Halo 3, I think, was the bundle for that. No, 2 was the bundle for it because Halo 1 was the only one on Xbox. Halo 2 should have released with the
fuck is
360.
Spartan Assault.
It's
So you got
nothing to
Halo.
play.
You got Halo.
So
that
Halo
released
2,
in-
Halo
So
1.
Reach came out...
Halo
through-
1 was the original game for the original Xbox. Halo 2 would have
2001.
been the first one for
in 04.
whatever the second
That's-
Xbox.
Pretty sure that's still Xbox. 360?
360. So that's the one I started out with was Halo 2.
Well,
And then
well,
ODXT I think was the next one that released. But that was also on the 360.
Right there. It's right below it. 2005 is when the 360 came out. So the other one came out on the old system.
The other one, oh, okay, so then
Yeah.
it must be Halo 3 then.
and Halo 3 didn't come with the system. That
Yeah,
was
so
2 years
none of
later.
these came with
What?
the system.
That was
But I
that
bought
was,
it with
and I-
because I bought the Halo edition.
That was 2 years
You
after.
bought it 2 years after
2
it
years
launched.
after.
I didn't realize it released that much later. Because that's their
Uh,
major loss leader. Because they always
is
do.
it?
They always put that bundle together with them. Because that's the original that came out with the original Xbox.
Oh.
Xbox One is they're nothing.
2013.
It's gonna have to be Halo
2013?
5, which I'm pretty sure was not
It's 2013.
Halo
Which
5.
again does
Is
not.
that Spartan Assault?
Oh no, what's
Spartan
Halo
Assault.
5?
Is that Spartan Assault?
Spartan
didn't-
Assault is a. I don't even
Fuck
think.
Fuck
Radio
you,
Times.
Radio Times.
I don't even think that's a.
It's probably an
Oh,
expansion
what's
pack.
called?
Or DLC.
Yeah, can you? Just Google Halo 5 release date.
Alright.
Or, because that's the next one in the series.
That-
Unless it's
Wait.
Halo Wars, which I really don't think that would be. That's not. They were not going to make.
2015, so 2 years after the Xbox One launch. So,
I'm so confused because that's
So
always...
there's a loss leader 2 years later. Every time.
Confused, or do you mean wrong? So, no idea why they would spend a decade or half a decade and then give it away for free.
I still think it's a loss leader for them.
2 years after the Xbox Series X launch. So it's.
But anyway, you stopped me on what I was doing. I was reading. So I'm trying to figure out how the developers make money, because that's your real question. Because you're asking how does the developer.
It's all going
make
in the same bucket now. It's all going up to Microsoft. And Microsoft is going to ultimately divvy out money to the studios. So how does a studio like Bungie, if they're the ones doing Halo, survive? Right. I would look at that studio and go, you take 5 to 7 years to make a game, and we give it away for free. You make nothing.
They're not going to make.
How does Halo survive? Unless you fuck over WoW or something else like that now is going to eat the loss of Halo. Like, oh, Halo's my jerk-off project. Let's push Halo out to the front. It's a finance question. It's more of a budgeting thing.
That's what I'm saying. I understand what your question is. Yeah. I just don't understand how. And it's a valid question. I'm not sure is the problem. So the real question is they might be making the money more so off of people putting their shit on there to then try and make it so when it comes off to make the sales.
Yes.
I don't know. I just don't know.
Given the knowledge
I don't know what the cost structure is of how the developers like. Because you are right, yes. How does the end of it? But if it's all Xbox,
given the knowledge we have, I don't see how it's sustainable.
Yeah,
in the current form, we have talked about them doing expansions. We have talked about them doing maybe quicker pulls and
in a larger sense. And let's just say it was just Microsoft products and just shit that they own. Let's say it was nothing else other than the shit that Microsoft owns. Mm-hmm. They sold it all for $10. To me, it makes sense that they would still turn a profit. Because there's not going to be enough.
I think it's going to run.
People are going to run into this issue where they have a sub and they're not just they're going to play all the games, but they're going to have the sub.
I think it's going to be a Netflix problem. They'll be the big dog now, but 10 years down the road they're going to get fucked and they're going to be raising their prices and everything went to their own thing.
Yeah. Well, the Netflix problem was because then everyone else started copying them.
Yeah.
So the question
is, Sony's going to copy, Nintendo copy. All of a sudden, we have like a fucking Google Stadia.
Nintendo won't copy because Nintendo.
They're already doing it.
I have a funny feeling is just going to merge with the Game Pass.
Nintendo's already. I don't see them letting their IPs out. That's the one thing they've been heavily guarded on.
It's interesting because technically Xbox owns all their servers.
Yeah, but I don't see them releasing.
Pokemon I can see them doing a collab though, to where they. I don't think you'll ever see
Mario Odyssey,
or any of those IPs off of there. Mm-hmm. But I think you can see them to merge. Meaning, if you have the Xbox One, you can probably buy a prenup or whatever to also get access to all the Nintendo shit.
Which makes sense if you're hosting on the same server. It's going to completely change. There's no way it.
And they already announced basically that it's Project Phoenix, I believe it's called.
Oh, that never ends well.
For that's PlayStation.
Oh well, that is terrible, Sony.
That's PlayStation's version of the Game Pass. That's the project.
Message me. I'll tell you what Project Phoenix does.
So. It's already going to happen, but the problem is they could crush them because the problem is they have such a they got Bethesda, they now got the problem is what is Sony going to go out and buy and make exclusive on theirs? That's why I started out this whole thing is it's going to start off a bidding war.
They have Insomniac games. They already have a bunch of. They were doing this. They have some smaller acquisitions.
They have much smaller ones, yeah. But the problem is all the major titles now. A lot of the larger ones are going to be on Xbox only.
Potentially.
We'll see.
Yeah, and again, this is the whole reason why people are speculating that Washington's going to stop it because it doesn't make sense that they're going to own a massive lion's share of the fucking industry.
Someone in Washington be like, "How do you make money?"
Exactly.
And then it's public records.
Look, if something like Comcast
it doesn't. Actually, it's time out. It doesn't matter because they're going to have to disclose it.
Yeah.
Because because they're a public company, it has to be disclosed.
Yes.
At some point or some time, it's going to have to be disclosed.
Yeah, but I'm saying if a company like Comcast can exist,
NBC Universal Comcast,
that's basically as close to a monopoly as you can get.
That one drives me nuts.
Disguises itself as Cox Network and all kinds of other things throughout the rest of the U.S.
Yeah. And I agree with you on that one because that one's see the thing is with that to me my personal opinion on this is they should just say fuck it, just make it all one company. all of them, and it should be a consumer product or whatever. Or not a consumer product, like fucking electric and shit. There is no competition. It should be heavily regulated by the government. Case closed. Stop this fucking insanity.
Internet or cable?
Both.
Well, I mean, get into both.
I would think internet.
1010% both.
Because cable's gonna die soon.
Well, that's
Everything's
fine.
moving to streaming.
As it is at this point, it all needs.
The reason it moved to streaming though is because
Peacock's a shitty streaming service, so Comcast is taking a lick in there.
Yeah. So that's my. Because that
I
drives
agree.
me nuts.
Well, that's gonna do it for us this week on the Dace Man Show. Coming back off a variety show that went 30 minutes, we said, fuck it, we're going to do 2 shows in once on the 401.
Right, we're giving it to you back.
Give me what you got going on.
Hi!
Yeah.
I stream every Monday. I did Minecraft. I'm starting to build my house, kind of. I got a shit ton of clay, making bricks. I got to actually AFK my own fucking furnaces, which is going to suck. But hey, sometime I got to do it. Maybe tonight.
I built that sorter extension last night.
Nice.
It's a pain in the ass because it doesn't load. So it'll get halfway through the hoppers, and I gotta run down there and let it go through, and then I gotta come back to my fucking thing.
Funny fact for you on this one.
Funny fact.
It's not broke. So if you log out at where that one spot, and then log back in there, that thing stays permanently loaded. It's a current bug, by the way. And then you can run it together, and so both of them should be permanently loaded.
So just log off on each chunk.
Well, no. Wherever you log in at, that's permanently loaded until you log out and re-log back in, and then that new spot you log in at is permanently loaded.
Wait,
and that's part of our lag problem, by the way.
So wait, no.
That's a bug report.
Well, then it would.
Wherever you log in, the chunk you log in is permanent loaded while you're in the game.
Correct. And that's part of our lag issue, and that apparently Dan was telling me this last night.
So if that's a thing,
I wouldn't have any issues.
But no, I'm saying like
I don't know where you're, but we have to be in that particular chunk, so 16 by 16 or whatever. The problem is you probably need more than just a couple chunks loaded. Is your issue?
True.
Yeah, but like if we log in, like go to the iron farm.
Yes.
Log out, log back in, and leave. You're telling me the iron farm's loaded?
Well, that chunk is loaded.
If the chunk's loaded, it's operating.
Everything you were dealing with last night, if you had any lag, was my fault because I got kicked out of the game and then came back in.
Yeah, so that's actually a question. I don't know.
By that rule, if the chunk's loaded, the golems are going to spawn. Like that's
golems will spawn, and then there is no redstone there. Because the other issue is I don't know how redstone will cooperate either.
Again, if the chunk is loaded, it'd be all the redstone in the chunk.
So we got to be more cautious with our AFKing.
Well, now I'm actually kind of curious.
It sounds like you don't have to. Just fucking.
Well, that's actually a good point now because I didn't even think of that. You're right. What if you go to the iron farm, log out, log back in, and then you can do whatever the fuck you want. In theory, that iron farm should still be operating.
If what you're saying is true, then yes. If the chunk's still loaded,
I'm there right now. It's running right now on my laptop. The iron farm.
I mean, I guess
I might have to. That's something you'd have to test. So the problem is, it's only one chunk. The iron farm is in more than one. Well, at least Dan's is more than one chunk.
Is that the one I'm at?
Yes.
Mine's probably more than one chunk too, but
so the whole kill chamber and everything, is that all in where they fall down all in the same chunk? It might just have less productivity because it's only going to be a 16 by 16, not the whole thing.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. As long as you have the beds in it.
Well,
maybe and the workers.
Not. Yeah, I don't know. See, that's the problem. It's like there's a lot of funny things. Dan's actually showing me last night. I had to log out early. Well, not early. I was logged out at 12:30. Because he was showing me. We were in. Well, I know, but I didn't get to bed till fucking late because we're in Excel and he's showing me his new iron farm idea.
Yeah.
Which is kind of fucking interesting if it works.
Based on this bug?
No.
Oh.
He's gonna build 4 separate iron farms in this weird diagonal pattern in order for, because all of them will be the correct distance apart. Each one will run at around 70% productivity, so it's going to be like having almost 3 iron farms all working at the same time if you're in this one dead center spot.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting if it works. But it only is working because of this whole circle thing and the way how Minecraft calculates spacing. I don't know if it's going to work or not. He's showing me in Excel. It was kind of interesting.
The easier test for what you're talking about, though, is just get a furnace. Get a furnace, put shit in it where you log in.
That's right.
Log off, log in, go fuck around for a while, come back. If that stack is cooked,
It worked.
then
It worked.
yeah, that's still happening.
It didn't
if
work.
not-
It didn't work. That's a good point. Yeah, you can just do it that way.
Yeah.
Run away.
Easy peasy.
But that's what Dan said. The problem is that all those entities, wherever you log in at, so if you're in like our main bases,
The museum.
the museum and stuff, when you log in there, all those entities are permanently loaded. Is your issue?
Okay, so don't log at the
So-
museum.
Well, then the issue is it's usually not bad if it's just you online because it doesn't matter if that high dense area is loaded. But when there's like
Or the map.
when there's like 6 of us all log in and we all log in into our high pop areas. It causes lag because all these high pop things, and then you're running around causing more things to spawn.
We'll have to test this out a little bit.
Yeah.
For
figure it
sure.
out.
Frank, what do you got going on?
Oh hi. Pipeline. Talking about like I could probably stream soon.
That's
I
true.
could probably should.
Should.
Yeah.
Do it.
I got like an Xbox set up in an empty room with
I'll
a
need
TV
you February 9th,
with a camera.
but you're probably back at soccer then.
No. Not for
February
another 10
9th, I
days.
need you.
He's done.
I'll be in AC.
I like it.
So yeah. That.
Nice. Oh, check out our Potter Nerd podcast that are dropping weekly. That is the Book of Boba with us two. Dace Tag and mine should return next week. Took 2 weeks off to kind of refresh and not be as bitter. Because usually when you get to like that 4th recording on that day, it's just mean. I stream on Wednesday nights. I think I'm going to do Sonic Generations tomorrow. I'm still debating. I got nothing interesting going on in Minecraft, so I don't want to
That's
like...
fair.
That if I streamed what I did last night, it'd be so fucking boring. Like I was just fucking with hoppers and shit like that.
Yeah.
I was flying trying to find a tree.
But those type of things are more interesting because now you're certain, like, what the fuck is that? That type of thing.
Yeah.
Where you die.
I explored a couple temples, etc. But yeah.
But the big one is the Dace Tacular Gaming for a Cause 9, March 25th to the 27th. We're going 48 hours. The schedule will be posted by the end of this month, which means in like 2 weeks we'll have it up and running.
Oh shit.
Keep an eye out
A
for
light
our...
schedule might not be complete.
It will be complete.
No.
People had a month to give me what they wanted to play. And then we'll also be announcing our guest streamer event that happens in March, and I think we might be doing another tournament.
Oh shit.
Anyway, that's going to be the show for us tonight. So for the few,
For my chickens.
for the brown,
And that well.
and for the Dace-tacular, thank you guys for tuning in for 400 more. Remember, basement dwellers, stick to the protocol. See you next time. What's up, basement dwellers? I hope you enjoyed the latest Basement Protocol Productions creation. I'm Chris the Dace Man Dace.
I'm Frank.
And we want to drop some social media plugs on you. Check us out on Twitter at the BPP Official for all our tweeting needs, or you go over to Instagram at the BPP Official as well for all our picture needs.
Or Facebook/Basement Protocol Productions. Or YouTube/Basement Protocol Productions.
And if you're somebody who likes live, non-stop action content, you can go over to twitch.tv/Basement Protocol.
Or if you just like the internet in general, you can go to www.basementprotocolproductions.com. Either way you do it, doesn't matter. We'll see you next time.